Crackers ready, and Moldy Bread's ready, and Velociraptor's ready. So I guess I'm ready.
Zalek's ready.
All right, then, let's get started. Welcome
My
back,
split personality
everyone.
is ready.
Mm. Welcome back, everyone, to the Wardens of Wildwood, Session 2 of our campaign. No one has left yet. That means I haven't failed you all. We'll try and fix that today.
Oh my god.
In our last session, we met our group of heroes? Question mark? Adventurers, perhaps? As you all arrived at the first day of the Greenwood Gala. Deep within the Verduran Forest, where the annual Moot of Ages is occurring for druids from all over the land to reconvene, share the wealth of knowledge they have gained, before there will be a symbolic renewing of the treaty between the forest and Taldor. That'll be in a few days, though. Until then, we've got a party. Got this whole gala that's been set up on the banks of the river that people from all around the forest and surrounding regions have arrived and are still arriving at to attend and have a good time. It looks like there might be a few more people this year than there were in previous years, with event security being perhaps a bit stretched thin. The five of you have all been asked to help out where possible. Enjoy the festival, participate in the events as much as you would like, but if you see any problems, please help out with them. You have been effectively deputized for the course of the event, at least. You know that
Are we getting paid?
No. No. You're doing this out of the goodness of your hearts. If you have a
I
heart.
don't have one.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. Look, you do this in your day-to-day anyways. What's stopping you from doing it here? Just help out.
Oh.
It's exposure. How about that?
Of course.
Oh, God.
No, do a good enough job. There may be thanks in it, but mostly they were simply asking for help. You had every right to deny. You're volunteering.
Was just being sarcastic.
Well, you know that at least in a little bit today, there's going to be the first of the three major events of the gala, the caber toss, if you all would like to participate in that. But in the meantime, you went to the market for a bit, got some food, met with a few individuals that you either knew directly or recognized, primarily Alice Quinley and there's too many names. Tanasha Starborn, two pretty influential individuals from nearby nations that you have struck up base conversations with and begun to get on their good side a little bit closer. They are some of the multiple individuals that you can attempt to influence to get on their good sides over the course of this event. But as you all have some food in hand and a gala to participate in, what would you all like to do now? Where would you like to go? Anywhere in particular? Do you want to just keep an eye out for things?
Amphitheater.
Yeah, let's go to the amphitheater. That's
Okay.
where the
That's
I
where
know
the
you
caber
just said
toss is
it.
being set up still.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
the caber toss. What exact is that? Like a log
It's
tossing
log
thing?
tossing. Yep.
Oh, Zalek's definitely gonna want to do that.
And that should take
So
place
basically,
probably in about 2 to 3 hours from now.
what you do is you'll lift up a log, you try to flip it 180 degrees, and depending on how straight it lands is how many points you get.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Zalek will definitely want to participate and show off his stuff.
Does one of you turn into a bear?
Sorry?
All I heard was bear.
Yeah.
Does one of you turn into a bear? Because I feel like you would have like a supreme advantage if you were a bear.
You mean besides lacking opposable thumbs?
I mean, bear.
I mean, she has a point. I mean, it's a bear, so
Well, what's over at the pavilions again?
The exhibition stage? Oh, the pavilions is where the real important people are staying when they're not over at the aisle.
Okay. And then the bonfire?
Bonfire? Party City, pretty much. Sean, at the very least, you would know that resident troublemaker Alacrion pretty much holds court over there.
Yeah, I'd
Maybe.
probably
Okay.
probably want to head there first.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jericho.
Mhm.
The pavilions is where Elder Birchbeard went, correct?
Correct.
And that's also where we saw Emagor.
Emorga was in the
Emorgor?
regular campsite area, not in the pavilions directly. The pavilion is very much for like dignitaries of the lodge, special guests. They're gonna be mostly empty during the day, but in the evening, when some of the lodge druids return from the Isle of Arran Way, it might get a bit more busy.
Okay, so that's basically where the high-ranking druids and the Taldor nobles are going to be carousing.
Somewhat, not all, but some may be there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot. What is the? We're on security detail, but what are we looking for specifically?
And mostly just making sure people are following the rules. That's about it.
So right now we're in the like shop area.
Yeah, you guys are over here in the markets. So you could head over to the bonfire, you could head over to the exhibition stages. If you want to just go chill at the amphitheater before and wait for the caber toss, you can.
Could we not as a Siri, because she would never make this recommendation, but can we talk to the other people in the market and see if there's any like crime action that we should know about or anything? And then see if we meet anybody else that's important.
Yeah, I know Sean wanted to head over to the bonfire to check out Mr. Troublemaker. I don't know if you want to do that right now, Sean, or if you're okay with hanging in the markets for a bit.
Honestly, I'm kind of cool with whatever. I just know at some point before the toss, we should probably check out the bonfire.
You guys
Yeah.
can also split
Split
the
the
party if you would like. You do not
No.
Oh,
have to go to the same
yeah.
locations.
Asili really hates the idea of going to the bonfire. Like big crowds are a lot for her. Her village was raided. And so she's gonna be very uncomfortable and hesitant to go to the
Oh.
bonfire with a bunch of people she just met.
Zawadi, don't worry. If we go to the bonfire to check out this troublemaker, you can hang back a little bit. But just be in range in case some trouble does start.
Let's
I'll
see.
Oh, there's
send
always
Tucker.
going to be trouble.
Sean, Raffinus, and Bark, can the three of you give me recall knowledge rolls? Because the three of you would be the ones most likely to have potentially had dealings with Alacrian in the past.
Less the question of if he gets in trouble and more when.
Oh, it's one of those kind of people.
Maybe not.
Recall. You said recall knowledge.
Recall knowledge, yes. Alright. Sean, you very well might think of him as less of a if and more when he'll get in trouble. Sir Raffinus, you've run into Alacrian and his band of misfits, the Blackwood Satyrs, before. They are an incorrigible group of fae, to be sure. Alacrion likes to be called the Laughing Prince, or at the very least, that is a term that many have dubbed him with. But realistically, at an event like this, he knows to hold back most of the time. He is a hedonist. He will be drinking constantly. He's casual, friendly, a bit mischievous. He will definitely make advances on people if they strike his fancy, but if they turn him down, he will absolutely back off.
Okay.
Normally, he's known for using charm to get what he wants, but in years past when he's come to this event, he's been pretty good about not casually casting magic on people.
I would hope so.
He probably would not have been allowed back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll inform my friends about that, and I'll say, Sarah Rose note. I know. And sorry, can you spell this guy's name for my notes,
Absolutely
or
not.
put it into? Okay.
Oh, I typed that wrong.
Sarah Rose note. I know that Alacrion is quite a troublemaker. I know you've had some interactions with him, but I get the feeling that he'll control himself. I certainly think it's worth checking in on him, just to make sure, but hopefully he won't cause too much trouble.
Oh, it's early on. It's usually never an issue. It's later on when the booze get to him that I get worried.
Fair enough, fair enough. I can't have
Also,
booze.
Also, try not to trip over your title there.
Trip over what?
His title.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the way he speaks, he's kind of going after the stutter.
Sir Raphinus, the most pungent, the house of... Sorry.
Yada 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 yada.
Not again.
The Raphinus, the most pungent of the house of... Good Lord, I can't remember it.
Just call me Sean. None of this title business.
Yes, Sean, yes, I shall call you Sean.
All right. Well, what would you guys like to do then?
I think we want to check the markets, make sure there's no pickpockets, or see if the merchants know of any crime stuff.
Sure. I'll allow people to give either perception or diplomacy rolls, whether you're just keeping an eye out for things or directly talking to people.
Do you want the diplomacy private?
Should be private, yes.
Okay. Oh, god damn it.
What happened? What did you do?
Oh, I just...
All right. Taking some time to look around, thankfully at the very least, it does not look like there is any pickpocketing going on that you can tell. All of the merchantry that is occurring seems above board. There's no one looking too suspicious. Some people are doing a variety of different druidic demonstrations in front of their tents of various techniques they've been developing over the last year. Yosef.
Yes.
You're in the market area closer over to the exhibition stages, and as you're asking around, you actually come across a pair of people that actually look like they might need a bit of help. It is a large male orc who introduces himself by the name of Delg, Delg Log Splitter, and a female goblin as well next to him, who introduces herself by Frangelica. But when you approach, the two of them look like they are sweeping shards of glass from the floor of their tent near one of the exhibition stages. And you can see inside the tent this really complex device. It looks to be composed of numerous wheels and belts. There's a thick bundle of copper wires from the heart of the device to a plain metal plate embedded in the bottom of what must have been some sort of glass container, which has now been shattered into pieces. And you can see a ragged tear running the full height of the back wall of the tent, as if something had ripped in its own tent flap rather than using the existing one at the front. But as you're asking about inquisitively for people that might need help or anything going on, Delg catches your attention. Friend, if you're looking for people to help, we'd be mighty interested in receiving yours.
Of course. What seems to be the problem?
Delg and I came to the gala to demonstrate our latest invention, something powered entirely by bioelectricity. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's electricity that's created in your body. Normally, Del's elemental companion, his name is Tumbo, he's precious, would generate electric shocks at the ringing of a bell that produce enough power to run this device for over an hour. But something came in and Tumbo's gone. Someone seems like they stole my bat.
Who would do such a thing?
I don't know, but if you're willing to help out a bit and see if you can figure out who's behind it and recover your Tumbo, then you'd be much obliged.
Well, we would be happy to find your... You said elemental?
Yes, he's a spark bat.
A spark bat? How interesting. Can I do a recall knowledge to see if I...
Absolutely.
Alright, let's see if I remember what a spark bat is. It sounds cool.
Doesn't it?
Oh, damn it, they changed this thing again. There we
It's
go.
worse, it's a Zubat that can cast Thunderwave.
I know, right?
Unfortunately, all you know about spark bats is that they are a relatively weak air elemental, capable of generating electricity.
Okay. Okay. And you said the critter's name was Tumble?
Tumbo.
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 I'm sorry, I have a question.
But of course.
Why would somebody come and steal Tumbo?
Oh, I don't know. But if you can figure that out, I'd appreciate it. I'd rather avoid others coming to grab Tumbo in the first place. So if we know why, then it can hopefully be avoided in the future.
Do you have any enemies who might be holding him for ransom, or anybody who seemed particularly jealous, or
There were a few people that we
Rival,
didn't
maybe?
get along with back in Quartos, but none who followed us here, I don't think.
Are you sure he was taken and not just escaped?
Tumbo could not make a tear that large in the tent. Tumbo is tiny.
Was there anybody that came by earlier to see your invention that might have shown a little...
No, we haven't
too
been showing
much
it off yet.
Oh.
We were doing final preparations on it.
when you got here, did you have to talk to the organizers or whatever? So, did they know that you had Tumbo and what he could do?
No, the gala is, at least from what we understood, mostly just come, find a spot, and set up. And feel free to show off your stuff whenever. We were planning on grabbing one of those exhibition stages on the morrow, potentially, and see if we could use that to show it off. But it's our first time here. But from what we've been told, there wasn't any need to tell anyone what we came here for.
Can you tell us a little more about Tumbo? What does he like to eat? Is he gonna be scared?
Well,
What can I do to help?
Tumbo's a precious little critter. Honestly, doesn't really eat much, but we had a bell with him, super special, and when you'd ring it, he would spark. We trained him pretty well, but the bell's gone missing too. I would imagine that they probably used the bell to lure Tumbo away.
What does the bell look like?
It's just a small brass bell.
Okay. About how long ago did this occur, this break-in?
Couldn't be more than an hour ago. We were out perusing the markets and just returned maybe 5-10 minutes ago to find him gone.
Okay, Jericho, on the map, are we about
You guys
this area?
yeah, currently right around here, near the exhibition stages.
Okay.
Could I try to do a
Sorry, we had two people talking there.
I was looking if there's any plants that were in the tent.
If there's any plants in the tent?
Yep.
No, actually. These two seem to be tried and true mechanical inventors mostly. There are no real plants. The tent is actually pretty empty aside from this contraption, which is taking up a solid chunk of the center of it.
But, like, there's no grass on the ground?
Oh, there's grass on the ground, yes.
Well then.
I try and do a survival check to see if there's any like trails of glass or anything.
Absolutely.
Ooh, plant
In-
empathy.
Do you need it private?
This is to track. I don't
Track
believe
is not
track is
secret.
secret. So no, this can be public.
Can I use my
Oh,
perception to see if there's any like clues?
Sure.
I haven't
Maybe
configured my dice.
Bark Pine wanted to plant empathy.
Yep. Bark
so
Pine, you can absolutely talk to the grass.
Tell me your secrets, grass.
Didn't I have something extra that made me a better looker?
You have your whatchamacallit, what is it? Survey wildlife.
Oh,
you
right.
can
Okay.
use. You also have spirit speaker that you can talk to dead animals.
Kim, what are you talking about? You're already a good looker.
This isn't Bloodlords.
Sorry.
So, do you want me to take make a diplomacy check?
Absolutely.
A sprout on top of their head's not the only thing growing.
Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Got a couple things.
Yep.
Bark, first, as you kneel down and start whispering to the grass on the ground, and you hear a myriad number of tiny voices as each blade of grass is its own independent voice, lacking any real consciousness, but most of them, specifically I should ask, what questions are you asking the grass?
About if anyone, walked on it that they don't recognize, stuff like that. Like trying to get down to what grass would recognize.
Sure. Let me make a roll here real quick. Okay. There's definitely some of the grass is relatively peaceful. Some of the areas where like glass has been swept through definitely talk about hurting. You are able to follow the voices though of the grass that, like, you hear the tiny voices chirping about being squished and hurting to a pretty large amount, and I'd say it's able to define the shape of a creature's footprint to you. If you'd like to follow that up with a nature check to try and recognize the creature's footprint, you may. It is from a large creature. You are at the very least able to tell.
Interesting.
As you're doing that, Acelia, it's very similar for you, sort of taking a look outside where the tent has been forcefully ripped open, less the grass telling you about a creature and footprints. You're actually directly able to see impressions in the soft earth outside of the tent with a series of tracks. Bark, that is enough to recognize that this footprint belongs to a storm drinker, which is a large, relatively intelligent form of plant life that feeds on electricity.
Oh. It's a plant that's trying to eat the spark bat's electricity.
Well, if he took the bell with him too, he's probably going to be ringing it nonstop. So listen for a bell, I guess.
2 questions. Why does my recall knowledge have a -1?
That's just there. It's
Everyone's
not
has
actually
it.
applying that.
Perfect. Then can I either roll a nature check or a recall knowledge to see if we know anything about this creepy thing?
Sure, absolutely.
Which?
Use recall knowledge for me, because nature will be included in that.
Perfect.
Basically, recall knowledge does all of your knowledge skills, and
Yeah.
whatever ones are applicable, it'll show him.
All right, so Raphinus, I see you rolling as well.
Am I not allowed to?
No,
Like,
it's just
oh, okay, sir.
I'm
I
being
have good
shared.
nature.
Yeah, I'm aware.
How dare you?
For nature.
The both of you, thankfully, know what a storm drinker is. Whether you've interacted with one or not in the past is up for debate, but it is effectively a large plant life. They are more intelligent than other plant life. You wouldn't necessarily apply true intelligence to them. They themselves cannot communicate, but depending on the one, they may recognize and understand certain languages. But they do specifically, from what you're aware, they are able to absorb electricity that will make them faster, healthier, and briefly let them extend their vines further than normal.
Okay. Well then, let's just... Do any of you have, like, electric arc or anything that is electricity?
Yes.
Then why don't we just go charge him up and steal the dude back?
Like
Well,
if he's just looking for electricity to eat, yeah, I can see the idea of just, hey, we've got electricity, let the bat go.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to stay around my whole life shooting them with electricity.
I was saving my money so that I could buy something that was really special, but I could buy some scrolls.
No. There. I don't think there's going to be any need for that. But if it feeds on electricity, it might give the bat up once I zap it a few times. But then it's gonna try to keep me around, so I keep zapping it, and Zalek's not going to let it do that.
Well, I feel like the bat's a very finite resource. Like, you can't just zap forever, and you can't zap forever. So maybe since he's a plant, and I'm gonna look at you, plant person, and
her name is Barkbine.
I'm gonna look at Barkvine and say, and maybe you could reason with him? It? Her?
Yes.
That sounds like a plan.
I just don't want to hurt it.
Oh, of course.
Well, let's try diplomatic lack first, and then we'll go from there.
I'm gonna have such like a look of like deep relief and appreciation that you guys did not immediately result to violence. Thank you for not being criminals.
That's my other
I
character.
mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
You know, if it was a human, I might resort to violence.
Asili, which animal companion is going to be your active companion as you all attempt to track the storm drinker?
I think Tucker's gonna be my tracking one, but if I'm like not actively tracking, then it'll be Stinkin' Lincoln moldy bread.
Okay. So Tucker out then for now.
Yeah, because he
Remember, it
can
does take a
fly.
minute to switch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask. You guys can set exploration actions here for whoever would like to be following the trail. Specifically, they will need to be using track for their exploration action.
Okay.
Right. Exploration. Browse.
Go to the exploration tab of your character sheet in your actions, and then hit browse to see the list of actions, and you can just drag the ones you want onto your sheet and activate the one that you'll be using primarily.
All right. So for Zalik, same thing.
I don't believe animal companions can technically take exploration actions, nor can Eidolons.
Oh no, they
There's
can.
They can.
There's feet.
Yep, they can take separate exploration activities.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to
It
lose
was
my
supposed to
mind.
be private. Sorry, boss.
I meant to ask you, Jericho, since Zalik, he's basically part of me, but a separate entity, does that mean I get to make double recall knowledge checks on everything?
If technically,
I have no idea what any of those things are, so I'm just gonna stick to normal stuff.
you don't have an animal companion. You're my favorite character in this campaign so far.
Yay. I die last.
I didn't say that.
Well,
Oh, don't worry, I'll make it so I die last. You don't gotta be faster than a bear, you just gotta be faster than the one next to you.
that's very true. Or you just gotta trip the person next to you.
That's part of it. But yeah, I'm gonna do scouting, just
Okay.
see if I can see anything.
Zalik's
Sean
gonna.
scouting.
I'm going to turn into a dog
Okay.
so I can get imprecise scent 30 feet.
Sure. I believe you turning into a dog, that only lasts for about a minute, right?
I'm going to do pest form, and I'm going to use my untamed form
Right.
ability. Not untamed form. Form control.
Okay. And that'll last 10 minutes then, I believe. Oh no, up to 1 hour. If you are casting at a 2 ranks lower than normal. I see.
Yep, that's why I'm taking pest form.
Neato.
Yeah.
I'm going to help track. I've also picked up track as my exploration activity.
Oof.
Yosef's gonna track as well. He also has an imprecise scent, and Zalik's gonna scout.
Okay. All right. And can I get survival rolls to track from Yosef, Seraphinus, and Bark?
Mm.
Yep.
I don't even have a nose. How am I doing this?
By the super fucking obvious footprints in the dirt.
Yep.
Not that hard to follow.
It's a party area.
It heads almost immediately into the forest. It heads out of the back of the tent into the woods. So hey, we're going out
Well-
into the forest.
Well, shit.
Nice.
And you guys move for probably 20 minutes or so down the path before you can distinctly begin to hear the sound of a bell ringing in the woods.
If we didn't know what the bell was ahead of time, I'd say this was a horror movie.
Oh, who's got the Marshal's aura?
Me. The bard.
The one with the martial dedication, obviously. I want everyone to
Oh.
appreciate the art I have for Tumbo.
He's so
I love it.
cute.
He's
Look
the
at
best.
him.
Yep.
He's a fluffer.
And then the art I have
Yeah.
for the Storm Drinker, which is just
Uh,
shambling mound. artwork.
Yeah, I'm like, is that just what?
It's just a Shambler's artwork, yeah. Shame, Paizo, shame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after food.
After what food?
I said that's me after Indian food.
I don't want to go into thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But you guys can hear the sound of the bell through the trees at the moment. Even if you can't necessarily exactly see the creature is, you are able to hear the bell as you're approaching.
All right. Oh, well, I'll start moving up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Smart decision would be
Yeah,
Zane
all.
party sheet.
Sorry. Barkpine can speak to plants, right? So I don't know if she should take the 4.
Yeah.
Are you guys just walking up normally? No one's attempting to stealth up at all or avoid notice?
I'm
Oh, okay. If he's not, then I guess I'm either.
Yeah, we're
It
not
doesn't
here
mean
to
anybody
cause,
else can't.
Mm-hmm.
we're not here to cause violence. We're here to talk and be diplomatic.
Yep. I'll approach, softly but gently, kind of showing, no, I'm not here to hurt you.
Let's see.
Wait, can we see it at this point, or is it still in the foliage?
You can see it through the trees a little bit, for sure. You can see every time it rings the bell, which is every few seconds, it rings the bell, and there's a jolt of electricity that you can see, just small bursts of blue lightning from what you can barely see is this tiny blue-furred bat clinging to its side.
Does the bat seem to be in pain in any way?
Give me perception or nature.
Once she's done that, I'll call out to it.
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay, well, that's good at least. Got that going.
Pardon me, friend. Seems you found our little lost companion there. Mind telling us what's going on?
What language are you speaking in?
I'll try Faye.
Okay. The creature turns in your direction and just rings the bell a couple more times.
Say the same thing, but in common. The only 2 languages I speak.
Perhaps I should give it a chance.
I speak arboreal.
By all means, take the floor.
Is that what you speak?
Plant.
Oh, I forgot you were a plant.
Elementals of wood, but also druid. Plant empathy.
Asili, do you wish to be that far back at the moment? Or have you been moving up with the rest of the group?
Dun, dun, dun. I think you're muted if you're responding.
Thank you. No, I wasn't moving with the group,
Okay.
but I am.
So I'll approach and using plant empathy.
Mhm.
I'll try to tell it that the friends of the Zubat want it back, and that
Zap.
we can offer up some a meal in replacement.
Give me a diplomacy check.
All right, let's see if diplomacy works.
It's
that
a
blind
zap
or-
bat.
Blind or unblind?
I believe make an impression is public, so
Yes, it is.
go for it public. Fuck me.
Nice.
plant turns to you. It definitely understands what you're saying. However, it does not seem to have any desire to release the bell or the bat. You get the sense that the ability it seems to currently have to generate electricity on demand, it almost considers it euphoric.
Oh, he's addicted to on the Zubat like it's a drug.
Pretty much.
I'm afraid my talking will not work.
Shame. Well,
So,
Is
question.
there? Oh,
But you can go ahead. Mine's kind of a last resort.
oh, I was just going to ask. Bark Pine, is there anything else we could do? Must we really attack it?
I'd say at the moment, by the way, from what you're aware, it's honestly miraculous it has yet to attack you. Storm drinkers are pretty violent plants.
I guess my question then would be, do I have to share a language to do command if it failed to save?
like the spell command? Or...
Yeah.
What's the
It is
spell say?
linguistic,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it
that's
does
weird.
base on comprehension. So if
Okay.
they don't understand the
So-
language you're speaking, then it would not work.
Okay.
Hey.
Because that was gonna be one is to just tell it to release the bat, but
You can always try it. You don't know if it understood the languages you spoke or not. It just didn't react
Perfect.
when you spoke to it.
just ignored me.
Let's do a quick recall knowledge,
Yeah,
maybe.
I was gonna ask recall knowledge for languages and comprehension of said languages.
Based
please.
off of what you guys got earlier, you know that storm drinkers are typically the languages they can know, if they know languages at all, are common in Fae.
Okay.
This one
So
in
understood me
particular,
both times. That little son of a bitch.
potentially, they can know those languages. It's individual creature based whether they do or not. You don't know for sure if this one knows any of them or not at the moment.
Well, if that's okay, so let me ask the party before I do this. Are we good to just end up fighting this thing?
Yeah.
Well, if
I
it's the
can.
only way to release the bat, yes. I mean, I'd rather we didn't, but
I don't know
I
if it
don't.
has any immunities, but if we want to do this peacefully, I can also just try to put it to sleep.
that's a good idea. Try to put it to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. If
Gentle
that
first.
doesn't work, then can we,
Rip and
if
tear.
Yosef and I shoot him at the same time with our electricity, maybe it'll short him out? I don't want to hurt him.
Neither do I, but at this point, we need to get the little furry one back.
Do you need me to roll? Do you need me to
Oh.
roll initiative before I cast sleep, or just high sleep?
I'm waiting for everyone to finish discussions, but if you're going to cast a sleep on it, we will be rolling initiative. It won't necessarily do
wait
anything
till
until your turn passes, but I want to give you
Yeah,
guys
I'll
full
wait till
time
everyone's-
to go through your ideas.
I'll wait till everyone's done discussing, and I'll cast it.
I guess the big question Seraphinus has is, if we let the Storm Drinker go, will it continue to be violent?
Would we know
Probably.
that from our previous recall knowledges, Jericho?
I mean, we literally will be taking its source of nourishment.
Yeah.
Also a
and
drug.
Okay.
Storm drinkers are very much an aggressive plant life in the first place. They're not all plant life in the forest is hunky-dory and safe to be around. There are many different types of plant life that will attack even if not provoked. Storm drinkers are on the aggressive end of the spectrum, but They are not inherently, they're not carnivorous or anything, so they don't hunt, but if provoked, they will always fight back and to the death.
Also be taking its source of nourishment. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pissed.
I think what Seraphinus will, like, him and Stumpy will waddle back over towards Asili and say, Sir Zawadi, you are a kind soul. That is something you should be proud of. But sometimes, creatures like this, there is something that must be done, and we must steel ourselves and do that thing which must be done for the good and safety of all in the forest.
There's going to be a great look of disappointment on my face, and she's not going to say anything.
Seraphinus, like, definitely understands Asili's feelings and won't, like, push her on it or anything. But yeah, I like the idea of Sean trying to sleep it so we can get the bat away safely, and then, we'll have to put it down, unfortunately.
I have a bell sound effect.
Ringo, ringo, ringo.
And then the bat sound effect.
Like down, right?
Jericho?
Couldn't we just like non-lethal him and then drag him further into the forest?
That's a
Or we
great
can just leave
question.
them sleep. If we can get the bat away, we can just leave them sleeping.
Forever?
It doesn't last that long, darling.
I just don't. I mean, he knows where the bat goes, so I don't want him to come back.
Well, if it does come back, he's got a whole party of people waiting for it. He's kind of lost his element of surprise.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
what I'm
Jericho.
saying. We have to protect him.
Well, then that's
He's-
why we'll sleep him.
He's just hungry.
I think
Yeah.
let's go ahead and let Sean cast sleep and see where things go from there.
Yosef,
Yep,
what were
there
you
you go.
preparing to ask?
It was a mechanical question.
Oh, joy.
Is this a straight line? The one I'm currently doing?
That is a straight line, yes.
Okay.
Probably has a charge action or something.
Yeah, I do. I just wanted
I see.
to quantify what a straight line is.
Yes. I'd understand if you're trying to make a straight line moving as best you can.
Okay.
If you're not going at a direct 45-degree angle line.
Okay.
Also, just for everyone else, because I have the scouting action, everyone should be able to get a +1 to their initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, so is Dalek.
Then I
It
think
doesn't
what I'm going to
stack.
ask is everyone to roll initiative here. I'm going to ask Bark to roll using diplomacy here.
Okay.
Everyone else can roll using either survival or perception, because you're either just perceiving here or if you are keeping your tracking focus up until this point.
So far, I've rolled a 4 and a 5 this session. That's not good.
Good start.
This is why I switched to a caster. I don't have to worry about my rolls too much.
Well, that's my second 20 of the day.
All right. Asili, Seraphinus, please move back.
Okay.
It is not your turn yet.
Okay, sorry.
Asili, you are the first to act here. If you would like to do anything, you can pass your turn, you can delay. You do not have to act if you do not wish to. You're also muted.
Fucking mute. Can I delay until after Sean sleeps it?
Absolutely. Bark, that would bring us to you. Are you still delaying?
Yeah, I'll delay.
All right. The Storm Drinker does go after Asili and before you, Bark, and just spends its turn ringing the bell, which does cause Tumbo to give it a jolt of electricity.
Outlaw lives.
And Yosef, that brings us to you.
I'm going to delay until after Sean casts sleep.
Okay. Sean above everyone else.
Okay.
All right,
If
Sean,
I can,
your turn.
I can. There. Right.
Casting sleep. All right.
I'm gonna put it on the corner so that I don't get the bat.
Okay, so it has to make a will save here. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I mean, if it gets the bat and the bat sleeps, will it still shock him?
I'm sorry?
If we sleep the bat, will the bat still shock when he hears the bell, or will he be asleep?
The bat wasn't in the radius.
Well, my thought was, if you sleep the bat, then he won't be of any value, and maybe he'll just drop it.
Yeah, but the creature's already asleep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's already sleeping.
With a nat
My
1, it
shit's
falls
lagging so hard.
unconscious.
All right, it's sleeping.
And it's gonna be that way for a minute, so I'll go over and see if I can gather up the bell first, so it doesn't ring on accident.
Well, it does not release what it is holding when it falls asleep. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay.
you've knocked it out, and you can use your last action to approach it, which would then bring us to Asili's turn.
Right, it's Sealy.
Okie dokie. So I'm gonna. So I can use one action to give Tucker 2 actions.
Correct.
Okay. So if Tucker were to fly over there, he could try to pull the bell out of his hand.
You could. I'm probably going to ask for a thievery check to try and pull the bell out without awakening this creature. Keep in mind, sleep is not a very combat effective spell necessarily, because it just knocks them semi unconscious effectively. They can still be woken up in all the normal ways.
Can I counter with a stealth?
You can stealth up, but if you want to directly try and take something from this plant's grasp without it awakening, that's more thievery.
I have really shit thievery, you guys.
Does anybody have good thievery?
Let me check real quick. I'm trained in it. I have a +10.
It
Um,
might.
I have a 1.
Yeah, I have a 3. Why don't you? Can I delay until after Yosef?
Yep.
Thank you.
I feel like this is more storytelling. I feel like this is more storytelling than combat at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yosef, that brings us to you then, unless Bark, you wanted to hop in before Yosef.
I'm going to turn to Bear just in case.
Okay, so we'll put Bark after Sean before Yosef, and that comes to your turn.
Mhm.
And Bark goes bear form.
Brr.
All right.
Just 2 actions, so
Mhm.
1 action, and you're mature, so other action.
All right. Then we're up to you, Yosef.
Okay, is this sleep spell just chilling there in effect?
No, it's gone now. I just haven't deleted
Okay.
it.
Well, Zalik has the exact same thievery as me, so Zalik is gonna stride up.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna stride to right there. I'm not gonna use act together. He's gonna attempt a thievery check to get this thing, get the bell.
Sure.
And this can be public, correct?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Very carefully, Salek reaches forward and starts very carefully untangling the vines of the Storm Drinker, for very quietly pulling the bell out of its grip.
Okay. And then my third action, because I don't know how the getting the bat's gonna go, I'm going to cast reinforce Eidolon
Okay.
on Zalek. And that will end my turn.
All right. Asili, that brings us to you then.
Did he get the bell out?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
And
technically,
then
the
he
bite should not have been done yet. The bite would happen at the start of Tumbo's turn. I apologize. I misread the ability. Not quick indeed.
So what's the bat doing? So the bat's held in his hand right now?
It's not held. The bat's not held by anything. The bat is just latched onto the side of the plant, and once it reaches its turn, it's probably going to bite it because the bell was rung on the plant's turn. You'd have to get the bat off first.
Okay. Do we have a bard?
Yeah. Am I a joke to you?
Yes.
Can you make a bell sound?
So
Probably.
what I can do when it reaches my turn is I am good in athletics, and I intentionally kept a hand free so that I can reposition the bat, or maybe
Then I'm
even grab
gonna.
him.
I will delay until after your turn. Sorry, I just don't want to. This fighting him makes me really uncomfortable, and I just don't want to hurt it.
What we're
That's
trying
fair
to
enough.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Then we're up to you, Seraphinus.
Okay.
Well,
One. Oh, geez. I'm like 5. Okay. Do I have to be adjacent to the bat to get the bat, or can I just be adjacent to the...
You must be adjacent to the bat.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'm giving 2 actions to Stumpy.
Okay.
I can get over here.
Stumpy
And
only
then
has a 15-foot move speed, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, that's why I'm giving him 2 of my
Ew.
actions. So he gets 3 total.
I see what you mean.
Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to... Can I ask what I know? If I reposition the bat away from the plant, will the bat go back to the plant to bite it on its turn?
From what you're aware, what you were told by Delg and Frangelica is that when the bell is rung, Tumbo will just bite. He's trained to bite a nearby piece of metal. Lacking that, will bite the nearest creature to it.
Okay, so if I grab him, he should bite me. Instead
By
of
the
the plant.
way, I hate to be a nuisance. Do you have something that allows you to use 2 actions to give your companion 3? I believe there's a specific feat that gives that.
Is it a...
Yeah,
I believe it is a
called
ranger
Companion's
feat,
Cry.
Companion's Cry. It is not
God
an
damn it,
inherent
okay.
action. I will allow you to do it if you're just next to the Storm Drinker. The DC will be higher, though.
Okay, thank you.
Can I use my turn to give him a piggyback ride?
Don't think you really have the action economy for that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, I only have
I'm
to get him like 5 feet closer, right?
I apologize. I should have stayed back.
No,
You could have gone to my. You could have gone to my square.
It's fine. I didn't say anything, so...
That is a regular success. Oh, you're
Oh,
grabbing?
yeah, I'm grabbing him so that when it's his turn, he'll bite me rather than the plant. That's the idea.
Okay. Did you mean to roll for Stumpy or yourself?
I meant to roll for myself, which would have been 1 higher.
Okay. That will be a regular success based off of the improved DC at the distance.
Okay.
You managed to very carefully pull Tumbo off of the Storm Drinker. And carry
And
it
then-
over to you. So put Tumbo there.
Yeah, and then that's my turn.
Okay. Asili, would you like to do anything?
Maybe you can come over and pick up Tumbo and carry him away.
Yeah. Yeah. How far can I move? Oh, rad. Okay, perfect.
So you've got boost, you should have the standard 25.
So I'm gonna, since you're holding him, can I take him from you
Yep.
as an action, and then can I move back?
Absolutely. All right. Very carefully, after Sir Raphanus removes Tumbo from the Storm Drinker, Asili comes up, carefully takes him from you, Sir Raphanus, and then moves back out of the way.
I'm gonna cup him in my hands and like hold him to my heart.
He's going to try and bite you.
I mean, it's fine.
At the start of his turn,
Animals do what animals do.
he
We're
fails
here to
miserably. I have not rolled anything aside from a nat 1 so far.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, alright. Dice are very much on your guys' side today, it seems.
You see why I wanted to switch?
Dice King can only ever be a caster from now on because that gives us luck.
Who?
Sean.
Oh my! I can't tell if this is a bit you're doing or not.
It's a bit.
I'm nothing if not committed.
It's fitting.
Let me...
Jericho desperately thinking about what to do now.
How to actually get combat to start.
I'm not trying to think how to get combat to start, because you guys have done very well, and I would like to reward you guys for good planning and good rolls up to this point. I'm trying to think realistically what role the Storm Drinker gets, because it is its turn now.
I
And
think
is just
according
regularly asleep.
to help out, I think it does a perception
I
if I'm reading my
believe
spell
so.
correctly.
I'm trying to figure out what DC I'm setting for the perception check. Because I could go by group stealth DC, which would be 11, and he'll... Well, let's be fair, I'll probably roll my third nat 1 in a row. And
Since it's magically forced sleep, it could be my spell DC.
Ooh, that makes sense.
Let me see here.
Because it doesn't prevent the creature from waking up due to a successful perception check. And when a creature is unconscious, then they could make a perception check generally for hearing noise, for taking any damage, being shaken awake. At the start of your turn, you automatically attempt a perception check against the noise's DC or lowest DC if there's more than one noise. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll it against the thievery check Zalek made. I think that is a fair roll to make.
Sure.
25.
And he does take a -4 to the roll.
Here comes the nat 20.
I was about to say that.
I'll roll this public. I'll let everyone see it. That is exactly a 25.
Oh,
Not like this!
Very sorry.
oh,
Like,
we
We
almost
were
had it.
so close!
We were.
On the bright side, now it's not a hostage situation.
I
That
let
is
the
true,
party
it's
as a
not.
group spend 2 hero points to force a reroll if you guys would like.
I will
Yep,
definitely
I got it.
spend a hero point for that. I'll take one off. Yeah. Whoop. No, take it off. There we go. Okay.
Oh yeah, take it off.
Who else is spending one? Asili's spending the second one. Reroll, keep the...
Yosef's doing one. Okay.
I'm I'm sorry.
Oh,
Even keeping the lower roll, it does still succeed.
damn!
I'm really sorry, guys. I wanted you guys to get away from this.
Well,
Ah,
now it's not our. At least it's not our fault this time.
yeah, it's
so.
not our fault this time.
The
Right.
good news
It's
is
not murder.
you kept
not
it from
murder
getting
hobo.
quickened because of Tombo biting it.
So, is it immune to sleep now, or can we just re-sleep him?
You
He's
could
gonna
just
need another
re-sleep him.
nat 1.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
It's gonna need another nat 1, or it's just a penalty to perception.
Okay.
My spell is incapacitation.
I mean, that severely limits what this guy can do, which is a big shame.
Should he have started prone? Oh wait, no.
No,
Sleep doesn't
sleep
make
does
prone.
not knock
Yeah.
them prone
Yeah,
or
sorry.
make them release
Sorry.
what they're holding, which is why you still had to get the bell and Tumbo from it.
Yeah.
Um,
If it was a heightened version, then yes.
yes, if you heightened it. What?
But I don't even think I have level 4s yet.
No.
You guys do not. You are at level 3. Yeah, you have 3rd rank spells at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah. So. All right.
Hmm.
Where are we at?
Not Stumpy Seraphinus.
Stormdrinker here. Because you guys spent 2 hero points, I am going to leave him slowed for this turn. I think that is, at the very least, a fair compromise.
Thank you.
On top of this. However, the Stormdrinker has a very fun 2-action ability that allows it to make a melee attack against every creature within its reach. Before
Question,
map
when the
increases.
Question: wouldn't the perception check have been his first action? If he's slowed, wouldn't he only have 1 action left?
Oh, that is true, isn't it?
Don't try and take advantage of my kindness. And no,
You're
it
making
is
it-
at the start of your turn, you automatically attempt a perception check.
Ah.
It is
I
not
gotta
a seat
say-
action.
You're making it really hard to be forgettable. You've had a lot of really good points today.
Why am I trying to be forgettable? When was this? What?
When she asked if there was a bard in the group.
Oh.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, she still can't. Yeah, she still can't remember.
Alright, well, here we go.
Unfortunately, you
I think-
guys have, with an almost perfect execution up to this point, not quite managed to pull it off perfectly through no fault of your own. Truly, the dice were really on your side up until this point, but the
They gave
Stormdrinker
us
will
a
wake
sense of
up.
false hope. And then
Yeah.
stole it away from us.
Yes.
Well, if we really don't want to kill it, we can always just run.
Run away!
We have what we need, technically.
It's gonna follow us back. It's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing.
it's
Yep.
I'm trying to be
It is
nice.
not
This is the
going
one-
to attempt to lash out at everyone within melee reach here. It is going to try and disarm the bell from Zalek.
Okay, this thing's gotta die.
Oh, look, there's where I roll in that 20.
God
Oh,
darn
jeez.
it! Well,
I
at
am
least
going
you
to
can't
say-
ring it.
It's going to use its second action to pick up the bell. Does anyone have a reactive strike here? I don't think we have any
Yes.
fighters. Oh, we do
Oh.
have a fighter.
But I don't, because I explicitly don't have my lance out.
Oh.
I'll
I mean,
go
you
ahead
can
and
use
take
your
it.
shield.
Yeah, true.
hit. And always strike
Um,
with a shield. Oh my god, what the
cheap.
fuck?
That bell
Oh!
down.
Oh my god, it was a fucking manipulate action. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm joking with that for legal reasons.
Well,
Oh,
manipulate
so-
procs, doesn't it?
Alright, well,
It
it
doesn't pick
manages
the bell
to
up.
knock the bell out of Zalek's hand. However, when it tries to use one of the vines to pick it up, Sir Raphanus, you manage to slam in it and knock it off balance just enough for it to not be able to pick it up here. I am going to say as the bell falls, it does ring.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
Tumbo's going to bite you again, Asili, next turn.
I
But
deserve it.
that does it for its turn. Since we had it slowed there, Sean, we're up to you if you want to do anything.
Okay, well, we're in it now, boys. So I'm going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
If it provokes, he can go ahead, but
It does not.
otherwise, then I am going to do a courageous anthem with a lingering composition.
Go for it.
I don't know if this automatically does it. The DC
It does not.
should be
Your DC is
a
20. That's a crit success.
Nice.
Literally, I
Alright,
think
so it should be-
80% of your guys' rolls so far today have been crit successes. It's insane. Everyone can go ahead and grab
Okay.
that effect.
You know that means we're getting fucked in Bloodlords, right?
Yep.
Uh,
We are
Do I
so.
place this? Do I place the emanation? I thought there was
You
some
don't
other
have
way
to.
to have it
no,
go out.
everyone just gives the effect to themselves. There is a module you can use that allows people to set a Courageous Anthem on themselves, but honestly, it's not as quick as just dragging the spell effect on yourself.
Okay.
And everybody, it's a
So
30-foot emanation, right?
60-foot emanation.
60.
Oh, everybody gets it. Nice.
So Asili, Tucker, and Bark can all grab the effect as well.
The first action move, second action anthem, and lingering composition actually does not take an action. It procs when I do that.
Correct.
So
You've got
for
one
my
action
third
left.
act, I am going to try and go into my martial stance. So I need to
Alright.
roll a. What was it?
Your Dread Martial stance? It's an intimidation
Yeah.
check.
What? Dread martial. I'm going to hero point. There we go.
That is a success.
Okay.
Alright.
So how? Oh wait, here I have the button. Regular success.
Yep. So you have a 15-foot
That's what-
aura now. And
I
when an
thought it was a 10.
Is it 10 foot? Oh, it is 10 foot. My apologies. The crit
It's the same.
increases it
It's
to
the same
20.
as.
I
That's the
thought
same as my
martial's aura
regular
was
martial
15.
war.
That's on me.
I think
but,
you're thinking of the champion from the other campaign.
man, I've got 40 plus characters to keep track of at this point. I don't know anything anymore. So when you or an ally critically hits an enemy in the strike with a strike, and you or the ally is within the aura, the enemy will become frightened 1. Very nice.
They also get a bonus to their damage.
Only when you crit succeed do they get a bonus to their. Oh, do they?
No,
Oh,
success
yeah.
as crit success, but your
Oh,
aura
yeah,
size
look
doesn't
at that.
increase. The only thing that changes. The only thing that
Sometimes
doesn't change is the
I
size.
really hate how Finder writes their abilities sometimes. Because sometimes they
It is
write a
annoying.
success value, and then the critical success is as success with a change. And sometimes they write the critical success, and the regular success is as crit success with a small change.
Yeah.
Bark Pine, that brings us to you.
I'll have Isabel do her bird support benefit.
All right. I like how you are attacking the plant's eyes.
So if I hit with any of these, that's a lot of things that are crossed out. But
Yes, because animal going into an animal form severely limits the actual benefits you're getting from your spells. Because you use the form's default attack modifier with a +2 status bonus. Oh, that's when you choose to use your own attack modifier. Oh god, I forgot. You get to choose which one you want to use.
So it's 14, 15. Sorry, so many things.
I know. So you can effectively have that plus 15, or you can use your strength, trained, weapon proficiency, and untamed form benefits, which would be a total of plus 12. So you probably want to go with your animal form as buff at the moment. Ooh. Here's the balancing rolls.
1 and 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh boy, that's rough.
Second
There we
attack
go.
will hit, though. Very nice. Max damage, and then
Roll.
he'll also take 1d4 bleed damage.
That is
You
dazzled.
become dazzled until it stops bleeding. All right.
This is what happens when we try not to murder Hobo. We end up going murder Hobo.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, exactly.
You guys did really good. I was so proud of you guys.
You get one action left. Since Isabel used her mature form.
Mhm.
Free action. I didn't think it would have hit. But...
That will unfortunately not be enough.
Yeah.
All right. But hey, you got the one hit in, you got the dazzle and bleed, and that's what matters. Yosef, that brings us to you.
Okay, act together. Yosef is gonna cast Boost Eidolon.
All right.
Zalek. Then Zalek is going to make a bite.
All right.
Where's my stuff? There it is. He's gonna try it. Well, it jaws. So here we go.
And of course, you get the crit, which frightens the Storm Drinker. Lovely.
Anthem, baby.
Oh my god.
All right,
Good roll.
36 points of damage. Goodness gracious.
And then Zalek is going to do a second action to pick the bell up.
Sure.
Toss it
Can-
over here, pickle in the middle.
Yeah, can Zalek use a third action to the last act or the fourth action to toss the bell?
Sure.
Okay. Can I just toss it anywhere? Or do I need to make an athletics check for this?
I am going to ask, hilariously enough, don't ask why, I have rules for throwing things. I would say with this, you can go ahead and toss it to effectively just make a ranged strike, so it'd be a strike using your dex to toss it to someone. Realistically, you can toss it to anyone. You're all close enough together. There's no roll needed. If someone has an open hand, they can probably catch it.
Okay. Zalek would toss it to Yosef.
That I'm probably going to require a roll for, because he's throwing it a full 35 feet.
Okay. Athletics, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yes, but this will have the attack trait, I believe, so it will have a penalty of -5 to the roll here.
Okay, then I'll just use the map button from my claws.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly perfect.
$22.
I think that'll definitely be enough. Do you have an open hand?
I do.
Then you can absolutely cast the bell, or catch the bell as it rings through the air, being tossed to you.
Okay. Then Yosef will catch the bell, and that will end our turn.
All right, Seraphinus, up to you.
So, root ball chairs are supposed to have a base move speed of 30, which means Stumpy's move speed should actually be 20 right now, after the heavy birding. Just that Foundry is wrong about it, but I'm just letting you know. Okay.
One moment. would you look at that? Yeah, Foundry just has
Yep.
their speed roll. Let me see if I can edit that.
Okay, one action to command Stumpy to come. Ooh, wait, no. I want to be in Dread Marshal. So. I mean, it is already frightened, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I care more about the flank than Dread Marshal. Okay, so Stumpy is going to go ahead and make a Vine Strike.
Alright.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Discordant.
Frightened, off guard, and anthem. Oh, this is good stuff.
And it's
Mhm.
fright.
That's what I said.
Where am I getting Discordant voice from?
Yeah, I have that too.
It's been
Yeah.
something on every sheet recently. I don't know why.
Okay, weird.
Foundry
Okay.
busted.
16 damage from Stumpy.
Alright.
And then Seraphinus will pull out his lance, or like pull up his lance for one action, and then will say, "I am sorry, but you must be put down for the good of the forest."
Alright.
Well,
Stumpy's speed is fixed, by the way.
okay, thank you.
I figured
was
out why
unsure
it
I
was
could do
busted
that.
like that.
Mhm.
Because when they built the root ball chair in Foundry, they just used the Ankylosaurus stat block and must have missed that when they were changing the effects on it.
Okay.
A 21 will just barely miss,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh well. Okay, that's my turn.
Alright, Asili, would you like to do anything with your turn?
I'm gonna give one of my actions to Tucker, who's
Sure.
gonna.
So something to keep in mind, since your animal companions are mature, if you do not command them, they will still get one action on your turn.
Yeah, to stride or strike, right?
So you can use one action to give them two, otherwise they'll have just one on their own. And it doesn't have to just be to stride or strike. They can use their support benefit, I believe. It's just they get an action on their turn.
On my support action, it doesn't tell me how far I have to be. Do I have to be touching?
For Tucker's support benefit,
Yes, because
nope.
projectile is a thing.
I would say Tucker has to be next. Oh, the Tucker will retch and vomit onto a foe within 10 feet.
And within 10 feet,
You are
perfect.
within
Okay.
10 feet. For the
So then
purpose of
I get
range, you're within 10 feet.
3 and he gets 1?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Okay, well. I'm gonna use one action to cover the bat's ears, and then love you guys later. And then Tucker is gonna do what Tucker does.
Oh no, it is. Yosef was right. The mature animal companion feat gives a free action specifically to stride or strike for a mature beastmaster companion. If you do not command them, they can only stride or strike. Learning something new every day. Would you look at that?
All right, well then that was only 50, and then I'm gonna give 1 to Tucker so he can barf.
Sure. Now keep in mind, Tucker barfing will only benefit if you hit and deal damage to the target, not if anyone hits and deals damage.
I didn't realize that.
Your animal companion support benefits will only benefit you. They don't benefit the entire party.
Yep.
Which is a little bit lame, honestly.
I agree.
I feel like there should be a feat to let it apply to the party. Sorry. Anyways.
Okay. Then I am gonna, for safety.
Okay. Yeah, cast Protect Companion and then head out.
Yep.
Alright. And you can still... Tucker can use their free action to just move if you would like.
And then how I can command him from 50, from however far away, right?
As long as he's within earshot.
Okay.
Alright. Tumbo's gonna try and bite you. Since the
Good.
bell has been rung.
Give it.
Nope. Oh, look, another one. Fantastic.
Isn't this his third natural one?
I know I don't have an action,
can-
but I'm going to put my head down and give him a little kiss on his little sparky head.
It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Does it feel like I'm using buxom lip glops? All tingly and weird.
I do not know what that is, so I cannot tell.
Boys.
Back to the Stormdrinker's turn. It's going to start out by using a Vine Lash to hit everyone within its melee reach.
Ouch.
At full map. So we'll just go around in order. I'm going to move Stumpy up here so I can target individually. Good news is, technically he shouldn't be dazzled, but I'll leave him dazzled because accepted game state. Versus Stumpy. Will not hit. Versus Seraphinus. Will not hit. Versus Bark. Will not hit. Oh, look, there's another Nat 1. Hey, let's go. Versus Tucker. Oh, there's a crit. But it fails the dazzle check. Versus Sean. That is a hit that passes the dazzle check. For 13 total bludgeoning damage to you, Sean.
Alright, I'd like to use one of my reactions.
Sure, what you got?
Look at Thorns.
This is a reach attack. So you cannot look at Thorns that.
Okay.
Apologies.
Is it an unarmed?
Never mind.
Well.
It is you are hit with an unarmed strike or a strike with a non-reach melee.
Yeah,
I guess this is technically an unarmed strike, so you could use it, couldn't you? Yeah, so go for it.
In that case, I just need a reflex save from him then.
Alright.
Oh, this would be the damage.
Oh, look, and that too, that's a failure.
Alright, so he takes 12 points of damage.
Sure. Alright. As some of your thorns snap off into the Stormdrinker as it slams into you, it will continue lashing about with its vines toward Salik and Isabeau as well. That is a hit against Zalik for 16 bludgeoning damage. You've got to take the damage on Yusuf, because Zalik has no hit points.
There we go.
And then a hit on Isabeau.
If I put the bat in my bag, it'll live for 5 minutes, right?
There is 10 minutes worth of oxygen in a spacious pouch.
Okay, thank you.
And last but not least, that will be a hit against Isabeau for 19 points of bludgeoning damage. Bad rolls on the damage, too. I guess average rolls. Alright, one last action here. Let's see. Stumpy's right here. It's going to take a stride action if you would like to make a reactive strike, Seraphinus.
Absolutely.
Sure, fuck it, why not, right?
I mean, he's a fighter. He's got the best to hit out of any of us.
Oh,
30 points of damage, alright. Unfortunately, I don't believe a fighter's reactive strike gets in the way of a stride action on a crit.
Not unless they have a specific feat. There's a stance for that.
So, it's gonna move here with one action, up and around.
Okay.
And that
Make
brings
sure
us
it
to
becomes
Sean.
clumsy one.
Oh, of course you make it clumsy too. Why? Yeah, sure. Takes 3 bleed damage, does not overcome the bleed, and thus stays dazzled.
Alright. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this first. I'm going to cast. Actually, this thing's already kind of hurt, so I'm just gonna shoot it. Attack.
All right. That's a hit. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Very nice.
And then I will move up to give everyone close to this thing the bonus.
Sure.
That's my turn.
Bark Pine, back to you. That is a hit because it's clumsy. And because you've got Courageous Anthem. Both come into it. 18 points of piercing damage. Very nice.
Claw.
Jesus. Sure.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead.
22 slashing. Not quite enough to kill it. So here's the real question.
Oh.
Do you guys wish to kill it, or do you just wish to knock it out?
I think at this
I
point it's kill
I'm
it.
very no, I'm very strongly on the side of let's knock it out and drag it further into the woods and leave it happily so that it can live its angry little leshy life out in the world.
I think that's an insult to Leshies.
He's mad.
I'm mad too. I done got slapped in the face by this thing.
And
What was it?
non-lethal peck.
Yep. 12 points of damage. That will be enough to knock it out. Not dead, just unconscious. Just like that. Alright. That will effectively end the fight. As you guys manage to take the plant, knock it unconscious, and leave it bleeding out on the forest floor.
Oh, that's great.
Let us at least stop it from bleeding its blood, sap, ichor.
Ichor. It's a good word to use.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh no! I am not trained in medicine.
Yeah.
Does this thing have the dying condition?
It was non-lethally knocked out, but if it gets around to its turn, it would start dying because it is bleeding, so it would take damage at the end of its turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Rousing Splash on it.
I'm moving away.
Rousing Splash doesn't heal, thankfully. So.
Right.
No, it gives it temporary HP and... Oh, never mind. That's for fire and acid.
Yes.
Crap, never mind. Alright, well...
Yeah,
So-
you can move up to it and do first aid to try and stop the bleeding.
Well, that's the thing. I'm an herbalist. I don't know if I can use... Like, I have the natural medicine feat, but that stipulates, treat wounds. It doesn't stipulate any of the other uses of medicine.
What do you think, Mr. GM?
Sorry, I was researching temp HP when you're on 0 hit points, how that works. What was the question?
I have natural medicine, which stipulates I can just use nature for...
Yeah, you can absolutely use natural medicine here.
Huh, okay.
I don't think you're
will-
gonna get any fresher ingredients.
That is true. Okay, so just do a
Literally in
nature
the wood.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see
here
what
we
you were
go.
asking for, because technically you can use nature instead of medicine to treat wounds specifically, not administer first aid, which was what you're rolling here. I think that's dumb.
Okay.
So you could administer first aid here using
Okay.
nature.
And could I also expend a batch of herbs to gain a circumstance bonus?
I don't think you'd have to expend herbs. You're in the wilderness. Like Sean said, you're surrounded by fresh ingredients.
Well, No. From herbalist, if I expend one of my batches of herbs in the wilderness, I get a +4 circumstance bonus to the check.
I see. It becomes a +4 circumstance bonus instead. Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to do
Okay.
that, you're more than welcome to.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
I will allow it.
Oh, only a 20?
That is a regular success.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you could just use treat wounds. Will have an option to roll it using nature since you've got the nature button or natural
Okay.
medicine. I don't believe it would allow you to do that with administer first aid, but you could just use treat wounds and I know what you're doing.
Okay.
All right, that will relieve it of its bleeding as you manage to bandage up the area near its head ? Where Isabeau had managed to peck at it and draw blood. It is still unconscious. It probably will be for quite some time, but you have safely rescued Tumbo and the bell and not taken life in the process.
All right. Do
I
we want
think. Oh,
Fred,
God.
could you heal Isabel? She took a hit.
Of course.
I think
I'm
now's a
going-
good time to have some character moments where we argue over, or debate over, or converse over what to do with the lightning eater thing.
I also think now is a great time for us to take a quick break.
Oh, fair enough.
Since
Okay.
we're just past break time.
I'll do my treat wounds when we're all back.
Sounds good.
Mm.
Get up, get some water, run around and scream at a wall. I do not care. And I will see you all in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone. So, you stand around over the unconscious, nearly dead body of this plant creature. What would you all like to do from here?
Could I please do treat wounds on myself, Isabu, and Sean? Would you like some healing as well?
Sure. I also have medicine if we need.
I don't believe
Okay,
you
I'll-
have ward medic, do you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I do
Okay, so we will be doing these minutes at a time. So who would you like to heal first?
not. Isabu.
All right.
So, taking a look at this thing, does it seem feasible to, like, tie it up? To restrain it? Or maybe tie it against a tree?
So rather than a quick death, you want to linger out here and die.
Well, no, just so that we have time to discuss what we want to do with it.
You could do your best
I
to
don't-
restrain it. You've got a heavy amount of rope, I imagine.
I have it every week, so of course.
Bark, that'll be 9 hit points back to Isabeau. Of course you've got. Oh yeah, you've always gotten every need back.
Oh, wow.
It's a
Okay.
good item.
Let's do Sean next.
And I have rope.
Okay, he's already rolling. Never mind.
What were you gonna do, Sir Raphanus?
I was just gonna say, I don't... Because, like, things are happening at the festival right now that I don't know if we want to spend half an hour getting patched up.
I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. They're probably not even done setting up, because there's 20 minutes to get out here. The battle only took a couple of minutes, and now this is basically 30 minutes. Or we could drop that down to 20 if I do medicine on myself or someone else instead. So while he's treating someone, I can treat somebody. So really, we've only been out about an hour, tops.
But yeah, Seraphinus is going to... Do you want me to roll anything to kind of get this thing restrained?
No, there's no need to make rolls here. It's pretty easy to just tie it up to the best of your ability.
Okay. Friends, comrades, let us have a round table discussion as to how we wish to deal with this creature.
You got a table in that back pocket of yours?
No. It was a metaphor.
Nature's my table.
Well said, Buck.
Okay.
Oh, you wanted to
Seraphinus,
have a discussion? Get talking.
what do
Well-
you suggest?
Well, personally, I feel like we should simply put the thing down. I've spent a lot of time in this forest, traveling, keeping people safe from various uh, violence, and unfortunately, I think if we let this thing go, it will simply continue to enact violence. Um, that being said, I know that some of our companions have different opinions, and I would like to hear them out. Bark Pine, Sarazawadi, what do you think should be done with this creature?
Hmm.
I can I hear you from all the fuck over here?
Well, I was gonna,
I don't think she likes
call
us
you.
much.
Yeah. Unless you want to stay. Well, can't you just put the bat in your bag for right now or something? And
Can I
then-
do that? Yeah, if I can put her in my bag, I would have come back.
Yosef is spending about 30 minutes of time healing. Keep in mind
Perfect.
you'll only be able to put your bat in your bag for a small amount of time. And I'm going to say, not that it says anywhere, but there is a refresh time for air refilling a bag. Or a bag, a spacious pouch refilling with air.
Well, yeah, maybe Asili can put the bat in her bag as she's approaching for the discussion.
Sure.
As long as we don't ring the bell, can we just hold the bat?
I don't want the bat out. You never know. Not by the guy. So
Okay, but-
we have a few minutes to talk, but then I'm gonna take the bat away.
Fair enough. Okay. But what do I know? Bark Pine and Asili were going for a more, not pacifist, but you know what I'm getting at.
Are
I want to know
Stormdrinker
how to.
really natural creatures, or
What'd you say?
are Stormdrinkers completely natural creatures, or
Yep.
I mean, it's just
Oh,
part of the forest.
It's his nature.
I
Like
wanna know-
he's not a bad guy. It's just who he is.
What I want to know is how we got past everyone in the camp. No one saw shit. This is not exactly an inconspicuous creature.
Mhm.
That is a good point. Sean. Seraphin, this
just-
feels so weird not saying Sarah before everybody's name.
To be completely fair, Stormdrinkers are actually quite stealthy creatures.
Oh. Okay.
Especially in forests. They can be very hard to notice.
Well, that's worse.
Yeah. Realistically, if they're in a forest above table, they've got a plus 17 to their stealth.
Oh, God. Yeah, I
Well-
mean, I guess when it's just an amalgamation of plant matter.
I want to say we tried doing it peaceful like. It didn't let that happen. So now I think it's going to face the consequences.
Seraphinus,
Yes, Yosef.
in your experience, if a creature of the forest does do something like this, what do you normally do?
Well, as Bark Pine and Sarasili noted so aptly, creatures of the forest, they follow their nature, and sometimes that nature means that they steal things, attack people, kill people, and so on and so forth. And yet, part of the balance of nature is still that people like me, people like Sean, um, people like Bark Pine, even, we defend people against those who would commit violence and the lives of those who would commit violence. So I suppose the question is, do we think that this thing will continue to commit violence against people if we let it go?
Kill or be killed out here.
Well, it hasn't committed violence against people that we know of. Besides, us. It's just addicted to being bitten by the Zubat.
Are you saying we need to send it to rehab?
I'm
hell's a
sending
rehab?
over. Perhaps there's someone in the at the festival who knows how to heal plants.
Ooh, you make a good point. Perhaps
Why would we
can
want to heal
find
this
it.
thing?
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Why would we want to heal this thing? We just got it unconscious.
Well,
Heal
heal its
its-
addiction to the bat.
Isn't it just the electricity? It's kind of its whole nature.
Jericho, I
Mm.
just rolled a recall knowledge.
Mhm.
Is there a place like in the region or area that we could take him that would have like his natural habitat? Does it have electricity? Is that like how it lives, or
The
is it
Verduran
like
Forest is a natural habitat for storm drinkers. There isn't
and
really like specific locales within the forest that you'll find enclaves of these creatures.
he doesn't need the electricity. He just likes it because he's a junkie.
No, they feed on electricity.
So he needs it to live.
Only in small quantities. This one was definitely taking it farther than it needed to.
So it was being a pig.
Here's the thing, is that it knows now that this creature is connected to the bell. It was smart enough to figure that out. So if we try and let it go, it's probably going to seek that again, because it knows it can get it whenever it wants.
Well, it
The
can't.
fact
We
that it's
just put it.
learned that just makes it too dangerous.
Also,
Well,
if it goes back, someone else might just kill it instead. They might not be nice about it.
if it can learn that there's a bat that gives it electricity, it can also learn based on the natural consequences of his actions that we are going to put him down. This can't be pleasant for him. So why
Jericho,
wouldn't he learn?
You're trying to teach an entire moral compass to a group of non-sentient plants, darling.
yeah, Jericho, with our recall knowledge checks earlier,
Mhm.
would we have known that a storm eater is it just a really smart plant or is it a dumb sentient plant?
Phrase that differently.
Is it alive, or is it like actually have thought and sentience?
It is not a mindless creature.
And I think we covered previously that it can know languages.
Mhm. It can know languages. They do not have any capacity for speech at any point. They do not have those organs.
Mhm.
But it can
It
nod.
didn't respond. Didn't respond to anything we tried before, though.
Perhaps it was too high on the electricity to understand anything we were trying to tell it. Bark
Choke
Or
pine.
maybe it's just,
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Mm.
or maybe it's just an asshole.
Quite
too.
possibly. Quite possibly. Bark pine. If we were to awaken this creature, would you be willing to attempt to communicate with it? Perhaps see if it's capable of understanding that what it did was wrong?
I could try, yes.
And don't worry, Sean. I will ensure that this creature does not escape, and that it does not attack any of our comrades.
Sound like I'm going anywhere.
So, just checking with the party, with everybody else. Does that sound good? We wake it up, and Bark Pine tries to talk to it.
My only concern is I don't want to have the bat anywhere near it. I don't.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair. Like, if a silly wants to like hang out over here, or
Can Tucker take it back to the tent?
it is a pretty far journey. I don't know if we trust Tucker to take it all the way back.
I trust Tucker with my fucking life.
Well, based on your judgment, I don't know how safe that is.
You I'm already struggling to like you. You need to watch
So
how you
I'm real
talk
now?
about. You need to watch how you talk about my bird.
Whoa,
Oof.
whoa, 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 everyone.
I wasn't talking about the bird. I was talking about you, darling.
Whoa, 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 there's no need for us to begin fighting. Seraphinus, Barkpine, why don't we
Yes.
go with your suggestions? We wake it up. Barkpine tries to communicate with it to see if it's quote unquote learned its lesson and it won't go back. And if things go south again, then Seraphinus, we will have the unfortunate duty to, I hate to say this, put it down so it does not cause any more violence to those present. Can we all agree on that, at least?
Yes. Let's wrap the bell in cloth and put it in a bag so it doesn't surprise ring. And then how about we compromise and Tucker will take it just out of line of sight and line of hearing.
The bell.
Not all the way. No, the bat.
I think everyone, can we also agree on that?
That sounds good to me.
Hmm.
Okay, and
I don't
Yosef
care.
will quickly take out a kerchief and he'll wrap it around the bell's the
Chime.
little chime, and then he'll put it into his pouch.
Okay.
Okay. Mrs. Ailey, if
Get
you would
ready to project.
please do what you need to do with the small bat.
Get a
I don't have
projectile ready if it goes hostile.
I don't have control of the bat.
No, but you can control Tucker. And I
I'm
will
trying to put
move.
him in the bottom corner.
Zalek is if this thing goes hostile, Zalek, and I'm pretty sure Seraphinus is ready to do what needs to be done,
Yeah.
however unfortunate it may be. All right. Shall we?
You will need
Seraphinus,
to
would you
heal it
please do
slightly
the
to
honors?
wake it up.
Yeah, Seraphinus will be the one to wake it up.
Jericho, I'm sorry, you said it needs to be healed to wake up?
Yeah, it's at 0 hit points. It will need to be at least at 1.
Well,
Is-
oh, sorry, go ahead, Yosef.
Is there a way I can use treat wounds to just give it 1 hit point? Or do I have to just follow the normal rules?
I will allow treat wounds to just give it 1.
Do you want me to
Technically,
go through
no,
the
there is
whole?
not a way to do that, but
Okay.
go for just roll treat wounds, and if you succeed, it will only gain 1 back.
Thank you, Mr. Jericho.
Honestly, with the damage everyone's been doing, I'm pretty sure with a regular trained treat wounds, it still wouldn't be too bad of an issue.
Yeah. Treat wound. You need oh, that's what there. Wow, that was more painful than I thought. There we go.
Okay. Doing your best to just barely heal it up enough with some of your poultices that it is able to regain consciousness. It does slowly begin to move, and pretty quickly seems to realize that it is restrained against a tree and starts flexing against the ropes.
Fine, if
Yes,
you would.
Calm down. We're not going to put you down. We need to communicate that what you're doing was bad for you and the environment. We want to put you back to where you belong, to allow you to regain your nature.
Did it ever lose its nature? I thought it was acting on its nature.
It was acting in an unbalanced what manner?
Sorry,
Oh, talking to
Sean.
yeah, Sean.
Okay.
Is the storm drinker responding to Bark Pine at all though?
Give me a moment.
Oh,
I
sorry,
gotta
sorry,
think.
sorry.
I gotta thunk a bit about how it reacts to that.
Did I roll to try and assist him?
Normally, aid would be rolled
do have-
before the check, but I will allow it here.
If not, that's fine.
We're already in some funky spot anyway, because if we're being like rules as written, plant empathy only allows you to ask questions of plants. But fuck it. I don't care. Alright. Taking that into account. I'm going to give it a roll here. For what I shall not say.
Shit.
And I didn't roll in the server, but I'll say it out loud. Another natural 1.
Oh
Yay!
Oh wow.
It is going to thrash against the ropes. It is going to
Oh,
continue
no.
trying to free itself.
no. Sir Raffinus will try to intimidate it to get it calmed down. So I guess I'll just make a coerce check. Makes sense.
Don't know if it
Well-
understands it, but Sean also just tell like last chance, partner. You best stop that, or things gonna get messy.
Does he speak? Is it arboreal, or what? What does he speak?
Seraphinus has something very similar to Bark's plant empathy with Speak with Kindred.
Okay.
So he can similarly use diplomacy with plants and fungi.
Can I electric arc in my hand? Like not shoot it, but like be like, hey, I got the good stuff. Sparkle, sparkle.
I don't think
your fingers
this is
crack.
all enough to cause it to stop. Unfortunately, it is sentient enough to despise being restrained. And it does not seem like you all trying to reason with it is getting through to it.
All right,
Silly
partner.
Bach, I'm sorry, but I am doing what must be done.
Sometimes we have to do things like this for the benefit of the natural order.
It's restrained. I'm not going to require
Yeah.
rolls if you are
Okay.
ending its existence.
Yeah.
This time, the Storm Drinker does not fall unconscious as you sink your lance into it. It will become fully deceased.
Sir Raffinus will immediately say a prayer.
All right.
Rest, spirit. Go back to where you belong.
Latin's not a language in Pathfinder. Best you can have is Russian. All right. You guys wish to
Fortunately, I
head
don't
back?
like vodka. Yeah, our business
Yeah.
is done.
All right. Then we shall return to the gala grounds.
Jericho, for natural medicine, is the duration of the immunity to treat wounds? It's just still
Yes.
an hour, correct?
Because it's still treat wounds that you're doing, you're just using a different skill for it.
Okay, so it's still an hour. So by the time we get back, would the immunity have worn off so I could do it again to heal myself?
In just
How much
the
are you
time,
missing?
no. You guys could have
Okay.
waited a bit longer if you would like to do it again.
Oh no, I'm just worried about topping myself off, that's all. But that can wait.
Soon after you all return, it will be time for the caber toss. Time's a little loosey-goose here, so...
Here, use this. I still have plenty of casts of this left.
Oh, thank you.
As they're heading back from that, Seraphinus will just keep an eye on Asili, and see how she's doing, because he does still feel really bad that they couldn't save the Storm Drinker, and he wants to see how she's doing, basically. I can't imagine great, but, just...
I mean, how many
Um,
chances can we give one thing?
as
I'm
many as it takes.
well, yeah, but Mrs. Feely, we tried. I mean, what more could we do?
I'm gonna shake my head because one lazy half-ass try does not count as a try. You guys, you made a choice. You made a choice to
part of that
kill
was
an innocent. He did nothing wrong. He didn't make a choice to be an asshole. He just is an asshole. It's not his fault. You guys chose to kill him.
Is this something Asili is saying in character?
Yes.
To the rest of us? Okay. Well, it sounds like Sean wants to respond, so I'll let him respond.
Well, it's just there's so many holes in that argument. I don't know which one to go off of first.
Well, because this is Asili saying it, right? It's not Kim saying it, so...
Oh yeah, I figured this was in character.
Sarah
You can go ahead.
Raffinus... Yeah, Sarah Raffinus will... no, I had something Sarah Raffinus was going to say, and now I can't remember. Sorry, I'm a dingbat.
Classy.
Alright, well, first off, darling, what part of that was half-assed? We tried every trick in the book to try and get that thing to calm down.
He had 1 hit point. It would have taken the slightest of little dinkety donks, and he would have been back out, and we could have dragged him back into the woods and left him. We could have found his people. We could have found a home. We could have put him in a deeper hole. I don't know, but he didn't have to die.
It's a wild creature, darling.
So,
Nature's
wait.
a bitch at times, but
No, you're a wild creature.
Well, thank you, darling. That's what all the ladies tell me. They'll call me a prick for just one reason.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh my.
Wait. Mrs. Ailey, if we had taken the creature deeper into the forest, and then it came back again because it knew where the bat was, and it broke in again and got the bat again, do we just repeat this process over and over again, hoping it learns?
We're the ones who are smart. Why don't we learn? Why don't we move the fucking bat? I'm sorry, Asili wouldn't cuss, but in my heart of hearts, she has a bite in her words that we would just move the bat.
Bat just got here. The whole point of this is a safe party for everyone.
I'm gonna put my arms out to show the great expanse of the festival grounds and be like, there is definitely a place here that he could be safe and protected.
That's
I
what
would
they thought
stay.
the first time. Look how that went.
I would stay and watch.
Oh, look at that! A log tossing competition!
Yosef is going to immediately jump on that with Seraphinus. Oh yes, Salek, I remember you saying you really wanted to do this. Let's go, buddy.
Conversation wasn't going anywhere anyway. Got me in.
Break one in half.
Are you guys returning, Tumbo, or are you just going towards the amphitheater?
No, we're gonna return, Tumbo.
Apologies if I'm too blunt with Sean. That's just his personality that I gave him.
Yeah.
No, obviously.
I think this character conflict will be good, because, like, the overall theme, or, well, whatever. Well, let's do log tossing.
Well, were we gonna return Tumbo first before we went to the
we have to return
to the log toss? Yeah, so let's go find Tumbo's fine associates. I'm starting to talk in that accent. God damn it.
Hey, my country folk.
By the end of this, we're all gonna have accents.
Please no.
we're all gonna be southern.
Got that southern twang.
No.
Oh,
you need
hazy,
help.
eh?
Anything I speak like I have a plant accent.
The most contagious accents are Scottish and Southern, I've noticed in my
Yes, they
campaigns.
are. Okay, let's return Tumbo.
Heading
the
back to Delg and Frangelica's tent, where the two of them are just going over the contraption they have still, looking a little bit worn down. But as they see you approach, their eyes light up a bit. Oh, did you find him?
Yes.
We did.
Yes, he's safe and sound.
Oh, thank you. Being quite honest, it wasn't the end of the world to lose Tumbo. Gods know this isn't the first Tumbo, but it's always good to get one back.
What?
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 The fuck you say?
What'd you say?
Made a bond with a familiar before?
What? Just to the group.
Uh, Can I do a recall knowledge on if I know like the specifics of if familiars when they die they just come back?
Sure.
Okay. I really hope this isn't what I think it is.
Outside of very specific circumstances, no, they don't come back on their own. Typically, the familiar's master would make a pact with a new creature. Oftentimes, they will make it with the same type of creature and will even give the same name to their familiars, but if a familiar passes, it is more of an odd circumstance if that creature returns exactly as is.
Okay, so wait. Sir, madam, you said this wasn't the first Tombo?
Of course not. Have you never... Suppose not. Accidents occur, either getting attacked or in testing things, injuries occur, and some creatures are a bit more frail than others. Don't give us that look. We don't go out of our way to kill off creatures. I see you thinking that.
You're right.
Rare time we have lost a Tumbo. It has been solely through an accident or others attacking us.
I'm going to do a perception check to sense if he's lying
Sure.
or telling the truth.
I think
Yeah,
I need a drink.
so is Yosef. He's gonna sense motive as well. Where is it?
As far as you can tell, Bart, they actually are being honest.
Oh, I wonder what I roll.
They definitely do seem to dislike. They definitely seemed to dislike the idea that they would have to make a pact with a new Tumbo, and that distaste for it seemed to stem from more than just the inconvenience of having to forge a new pact. They do seem to actually care about Tumbo and however many Tumbos have come before.
Yosef will turn to Barkpine. Barkpine, I'm a little out of my depth right now.
They seem to be honest.
Of course we're being honest. Do you think we truly would go out of our way to hurt creatures?
Some people do.
Some people do. Making fierce eye contact with you, Sean.
Sean left.
I've already left. I left.
Oh, okay.
Sean and Sir Raphanus walked out. We would never do such a thing.
Good. Then I don't have to do anything. Take care of Tembo.
Miss Saley, may we please have Tumbo back?
I will kiss him and ask if I can come and visit.
You're always welcome to come visit Tumbo.
And then does Tumbo, oh, I don't speak to animals. How do I not speak to animals?
You should
Did you
speak to
take-
animals.
Yeah, you have all druids have plant and animal empathy.
That is
Well,
not
it's a
true.
feat now. Yeah, it's a
Oh.
feat now. You have to pick.
But being an
Oh.
animal druid and animal order druid, you do inherently have animal empathy.
Okay. Well then,
Tumbo is not an animal, though. Tumbo is an elemental. Different creatures.
is there any way that I can communicate with Tumbo?
You can try.
I just want to know if he's going to be okay and like if he wants to go back. 'Cause if he doesn't want to go back, like I don't know why we would have to go back.
Tumbo's a stupid little bat. Tumbo does not speak, does not know any languages. Tumbo is a intelligence -4
Oh
little
no.
elemental.
Well,
So
then
he's-
I'm
It
gonna
just chirps happily and bites you.
nuzzle him and then give him back. And then I'm gonna leave. Today's been a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
It is our duty.
They'll just sort of nod. They definitely, honestly, seem a little offended by the questioning and also implied threat you gave of them purposefully killing Tumbos in the past.
Well,
Insinuation.
they made us go out and kill a creature. Well,
They asked
Whatever,
for your
it's
help in
fine.
recovering Tumbo. You all decided to murder.
Lord knows we tried everything else.
let's go
We
throw
did.
logs. Let's go throw
You-
logs.
Anyways,
Now
time
time
for
for the caber toss. Any teams willing to participate, come to the amphitheater.
Oh, thank God.
all right. Well, you two, Yosef will quickly take out the bell and he'll hold it up and he's like, "Should I ring it to see if it does anything?"
Oh, you didn't hand the bell back to them?
No.
Oh, they would have
Not
asked
yet.
if you recovered the bell then, as well.
Oh yeah. Yosef would have said he did recover the bell.
Could we have it back, please?
Yep. Here you go. And Yosef will toss the bell.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, Zalik, let's go.
You remember to take your handkerchief back.
I did.
Tumbo
My
probably
mother made
bites
that
one of
for
them
me.
as the bell rings when you toss it, but they're used to it.
Yeah. And yes, of course I take the handkerchief back. My mother made that for me. Was it mother or one of my 10 sisters? I don't know.
It was the brother.
Oh, yes. Which one? 1, 2, or 5?
Yes.
You don't want to know.
You know, Zalik, you say that a lot, and sometimes I believe you, and sometimes I just think you're doing it to get on my nerves. But anyways, we're going to your favorite thing to do, displaying how great you are. Let's go toss some logs.
Thought my favorite thing was eating.
Okay, fine, your second favorite thing.
Now we're talking. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right. As you guys make your way to the amphitheater, strangely enough, caber toss, kind of fun that some of you are excited because it is an event popularized by Taldan loggers specifically.
Oh no.
But it is a competition to lift, carry, and heave a heavy pole underhand. You will earn points based off of the distance of your throw, whether it sticks into the ground, and the angle at which it falls. Toppling in the direction it was thrown is best. But
Yeah, they learned it from me. Because I had nothing else to do but toss little big giant trees in the forest.
teams
Not a lot
of
of
1
choice
to
there.
4 for this event. So you guys are more than welcome to make multiple teams if you would like.
Is it like a 2-person thing, or can you go in solo?
Oh no, it is each individual person on a team will throw multiple times.
Oh well, Zalik is representing between him and Yosef.
Yeah. I think get all the strong people in there, which I think is going to be me, Zalik, Bark, and I don't know if anybody else has high strength.
Have those case.
Stumpy will come too.
Does Stumpy have hands?
No.
I'd really like to know how Stumpy is lifting and throwing a log.
I'll give it. I'll give it a whirl. I've only got a 2 to strength and no athletics, but
Why not?
I will say, competing in this will be acrobatics and athletics rolls being made by both person. The better you do on the acrobatics check, because that is running while keeping the caber balanced, will give you a bonus to your athletics check.
Okay.
I do have acrobatics.
Should I cast enlargement?
I have 3 to acrobatics, but 7 to athletics.
I think that would be
Jericho?
cheating.
Could I please get Zalek's token for this?
Yeah. Magic is not cheating here, as long as it's just being cast on yourself.
Ah.
So does casting Evolution Surge on Zalek count as casting it on myself?
You guys always instantly come up with questions that cause problems for me, don't you? I would Evolution Surge on your Eidolon would be allowed, since the two of you are effectively one.
Let's see, how long does Evolution Surge last?
Not very long.
1 minute, so would it even matter? I'm assuming this is
It
like
would be
you throw
allowed for one of his throws. Each person is going to have multiple throws.
Huh.
There's a couple teams that seem to be coming together, a couple groups of 2, some 3, 1 or 2 groups of 4. Asili, you do recognize that wood giant you met when you first came Thuja seems to be in a group as well.
Can I wave at him? Her?
Yeah. She and her group will come wandering over to you guys. Oh.
Hi.
I didn't think you would be participating in this as well.
I did it all the time as a child. Nothing wrong to do in the forest.
Well, I hope you all don't take it too personally. I will be winning this competition again this year, so...
Yeah, you will.
Zalek will immediately pipe up at that.
I'm gonna take your word on that, man.
Right, if you can take my record from 5-1 to 5-2, I would be mighty impressed. And,
Oh yeah, Zalek is...
Oh, go ahead.
Zalek would just nod and be like, yeah, I intend to.
One of the other members of this group, who is a werebore you recognize, pipes up.
Nice.
And contrary to how you know werebores to, like, stereotypically act, he seems quite affable. Ooh, if you're so confident in taking down Orthuja here, how do you feel about placing a bet on it?
What'd you have in mind?
Oh, gold pieces the most common. You're free to choose the wager, though.
All right. How does 5 gold sound?
5 gold. I'd be happy to bet that amount with you, sir.
It's a bet. And Yosef will hold out his hand for a shake.
Gusto Barrelbelter, pleasure to meet you.
Yosef,
Nice.
pleasure to meet you.
What, Sean?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
I like him. He's Gusto Barrelbelter. You do notice, aside from Thuja, who is the female wood elf giant in their group, there is also a Spriggan you recognize. A bit lanky, looks almost completely bedraggled, but looks like this, and would probably quietly introduce himself as Herkel Saltbriar.
Herkel!
Howdy, Herc.
As you guys are talking to this group of you, howdy to you two.
Now, did you get dragged into it, or you volunteer?
I volunteered. I was asked to assist and decided to acquiesce. Well, what do you have going on here? You aren't thinking of acquiescing to your competition, do you? And, this thing
What happened
comes
to it?
walking over.
Oh no! What?
Oh, it's him.
Casprickle himself.
I was wondering when I get to see you and your glorious grin.
Yeah. What do you want, Sean?
Oh, just to say hi to an old friend. How you been?
Friend my ass. You participating too?
For the fun of it, don't be expecting a huge spectacle out of me, though.
Good. You're not gonna win either way.
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm not going to be the one stealing the show. He's going to point to his companions.
He looks at the rest of your group. Uh-huh. Well, best of luck to you. We'll see you after the fact. And, well, it'll be nice looking down on you from the podium.
Okay, Tiny.
What did you just call me?
Oh no!
You didn't just call me Tiny, did you?
Oh.
So you hard of hearing too? I'm sorry about that.
Uh.
I see how it is.
Oh, would you?
Sean's just watching this waiting to see.
Casper
Would you?
walks away.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
It's going to happen eventually. Might as well deserve it.
His breath smelled too.
Well, yes. Just because it's true doesn't mean you should say it.
Really? Hunted animals like it when you say it.
He's a fae.
Hmm.
And he was only small, not tiny, to be fair.
So he's Yosef size.
Yeah, pretty much. He was a, those of you who wander the forest and know fae would recognize instantly, he was a puckwudgie.
Why does that name familiar?
They are a very proud type of fae. They are obsessed with respect. But they have a tendency to perceive any potential slight as a grave insult against them. So,
Park Pine does have good manners.
And what's his full name again?
Casprickle.
Asperful.
Casprickle.
Yes, sorry.
Purple.
You have negative influence him at the moment.
Yeah,
if that's possible.
I don't.
Yes, Fast Pickle, silly. Call him that next time you see him.
Sorry, I'm trying to think about how Seraphinus would, because he's good friends with Bark Pine, and he's not going to be the type of douchebag to go up to Cash Prickle and be like, "I'm sorry for my friend," but he also doesn't want to leave the water murky, so to speak. And I think what Seraphinus will do is that he'll simply run to chase after Casprickle and be like, Sir Casprickle! Sir Casprickle!
What do you want?
Oh,
Time to make
sir,
fun of me too.
No. I simply wished to wish you good luck and have fun in the coming log tossing competition. You seem like you will be a great person to compete against, and I am looking forward to it.
You stupid. I'm not competing.
Oh,
That's my team. I'm not
well,
competing.
sorry. I should say, Thank you for bringing such a wonderful team together for us to compete against. Smile, smile, smile.
Can I walk up to him? Is he by the pig man?
He has started walking away towards the seats of the amphitheater. Most of the competing groups have gathered in the center to begin, and he is walking over towards the seats at the moment.
I will trot up to him and offer him a bet, but I want to bet on his team. I'll put my $5 in to that bet, but I'm betting for his team. Sorry, Yosef,
You
but
want
you're
to?
very small.
Sorry. Do you
She's
wish
hedging
to?
bets.
Are you trying to bet with Caspricle or with Gusto?
They're walking away together, right?
No, Gusto is remaining because Gusto, Hercule, and Thuja are the ones actually competing. And Gusto
Okay,
was the
well
one
then
who wanted to bet.
I'll bet with Gusto then.
Okay. You wish to put 5 gold down on us? Winning? I don't know how
I'm just
betting
an
works.
optimist.
So that would... I'm going to say yes, but that's because I don't know how betting works, and I can't do the math in my mind for these odds.
It depends on if it's it depends on if they're accepting bets from others or if this is just a private, like, between competitors.
Oh, this is just, like, between competitors. It was more, he's willing to bet with you guys on which team wins, so it gets a little weird when Acelia's throwing a bet on their side.
Well,
in that
who's
case,
gonna?
That's just an extra 5 gold to the pot. Then whoever wins gets the whole pot, right?
No.
no,
if
it gets
you
divvied
bet
up
for-
to
If you bet for their team with them, there's no one to cash you out if you win.
Right.
So you'd have to bet with one of us against them if you wanted to be cashed out. So what you're doing doesn't really work.
Because if you
Fine.
throw 5 gold on
Then-
their side, our side isn't increasing the amount getting paid out at all. You effectively wouldn't have a chance of winning anything.
Well, I
Just
want to do
losing
something.
your 5 gold to someone in the party.
If this was a
then I'm-
public bet, it would be a little bit different because
Right.
there's
Yeah.
a large pool from everyone.
Right.
But this
No,
is just between two people.
This is a private bet between groups.
Then I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out good luck charms, and I'm gonna give them to everybody, all 7 or whoever many people are who are participating in
teams?
the actual. Yep, everybody
Sure.
gets a good luck charm,
All right.
a little nature something.
Yeah. No mechanical benefit, just a little good luck charm.
Yep.
All right.
I'll hand it to Zalik and I'll be like, okay, Zalik, represent, man.
So who's competing on your guys' team? It can be anywhere from 1 to 4 people.
I want to try.
And out of every person will make up to 3 throws, and the 3 best throws from among the entire group are what will be scored. To
Okay,
determine a
so
winner.
I think last count it was Zalik, Seraphinus, and Barkpine.
Everyone okay with that? No one else wishes to compete?
Well, if it's the best out of our team, I'll make up the 4th just for fun.
Sure.
See how bad it.
Yeah,
I'll make
just to
I'll
see
make
how
the
you
rest of
do.
you look better. I'll make the rest of you look better.
Jericho, I do have a question.
Mhm.
Evolution Surge allows, at the current level, like Cass said, it allows me to turn Zalik into a large creature. Would that actually give him any benefit in this Caber Toss?
Does it have the effect of enlarge, or does it just change its
No,
size?
it just changes his size.
Then it would not
It gives him
give
an
any
increased
buff.
reach. Okay.
Because enlarge specifically, certain effects with enlarge at least will also give a bonus to athletics.
Got it.
But just being larger does not.
Okay.
How about a melee bonus? So that's how enlarge the spell works.
Give me one moment. I do want to check. One of the other competitors has a very similar ability, but how it's worded is a little wonky. I'd say if it is something that gives you a bonus to your melee attack and or melee damage rolls, then it would also apply to your athletics roll here.
Oh, so I can
Okay.
use Boost Eidolon to do that?
Sure.
Oh god, I'm gonna get a 4 bonus.
I just get a +2.
How are you getting a 4 bonus?
Boost Eidolon increases, it gives Zalek
Oh,
a
right,
status
it's
bonus to his...
per damage die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can use that.
And I only get to do that for his first toss, correct? Or can I do it for all
I'm
3?
going to say, for something like that, you're only going to get to do it on 1.
Okay.
Technically, it's a cantrip. You could do it repeatedly, but in the spirit of fair competition, some people might get a little salty if you continuously do that.
That's why I wasn't going to do Courageous Anthem.
Yeah. Courageous, that sort of thing, and also Courageous Anthem would be not allowed because that would buff your allies as well.
Yeah.
Yosef with Zalek is a bit of an odd situation because while they're separate, they are heavily connected. And there are a few summoners about as well at the Gala.
There are?
Yeah. Something's not necessarily rare. It's definitely uncommon, and you wouldn't find a ton of summoners about, but there are a few people who have Eidolons and contracts. Who would like to be the first one to throw?
Zalek.
Everyone
so
onto the
ready.
field. Who's ready to throw some cabers? Step right up,
Instead of
pick up a caber.
Go ahead.
Instead of competing, can I just go up into the announcer's booth?
You want to announce alongside him?
Yeah, I want to be a co-announcer.
Well, hello there, friend. What brings you up here? Do you wish to announce alongside?
Aye, we got some fine competitors. I changed to Scottish. What is wrong with me? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, got some great competitors out here. It'd be a shame to miss out on joining you up here to cheer them on.
All right. Well, first up to the plate we have Thuja. Those of you who have been to the Greenwood Gala over the last 5 years will remember her. Winner of 5 times out of the last 6 caber toss events hosted. Let's see how she does today. She has let me know that she plans to only make 2 throws for a fair competition amongst all teams. Let's see how she does.
To make it fair, maybe we should give her the whole tree instead of a log, eh?
Oh, what a funny joke there, fellow, what was your name again?
Sean.
Sean! What a great joke, fellow co-host Sean. Let's see how she does.
Let me pull up Thuja's stat sheet because I've got rolls on it for her here, I think. No, it did not give her. All right, I'm rolling in person, and let's do this. So, starting with her acrobatics roll as she picks up the large log and balances it as she begins striding forward. It is a DC 19 acrobatics check here. With a 19 on the die plus 13, that is a critical success for her roll, giving her a +3 circumstance bonus to her follow-up athletics check, which is going to be DC 21 athletics check or a ranged attack against AC 22. She, with the +3 circumstance bonus, has a +18 to her roll at the moment. With a 4 on the die, that is a 22. That is a regular success.
Fellow co-host Sean, that was a bit of a rough start for Thuja's throwing. How would you rate that on a scale of 1 to 6?
And by that I mean,
Well,
please roll a
she's
d6.
Oh.
All right. And you may, of course, respond as you would like.
Well, she gave us such high hopes. She had a magnificent start with that run, but unfortunately, maybe she pulled a muscle halfway through the run. I'm not sure. We'll see on her second throw if she
Yes.
can improve from that.
She definitely did fumble it slightly, but it looks like the judges have given us an answer. 2 points granted for that throw. Let's see how she does with her second one.
And starting with her acrobatics check, that is a 2 on the die, plus 13 is a failure, so she will not get any bonus to her athletics check here. The dice really hate me today, it seems. Let's go go with a different one. Making her athletics check, though. With a
I really wanted to
5
pull up
plus
my voice.
15, she will fail.
Oh,
My god, I cannot roll for shit today.
This was the giant lady.
Yeah, this was the giant.
a forest giant or a tree giant.
It looks like Thuja has unfortunately stumbled at the throw line. That is not going to be a count. And because she does keep her word, that is going to be her only throws for the competition.
Maybe her hubris went far. Her hubris went farther than her throw. It seems.
Let's not disparage the competitors here. This is a place for everyone to be appreciated and do their best.
Oh, I'm gonna roast everyone. Don't worry.
You're probably going to get thrown out if you do, but sure, go for it.
All right, following up onto the other team then. Who is stepping up first to the plate?
Oh, Zalek steps up so proudly to this
We
plate.
have a rat, I think. Can someone fly in his name, please? Do we have a name for the
Yusuf
competitor?
Sean would know, so just it's Zalek.
Zalek! A fantastic creature, a fine specimen here to throw a caber. Starting up with his throws. Let's see how he does.
Okay.
Do you think we'll
so-
see him use his hands or his tail for this?
My bet's on the hands.
Start with
Jericho,
an
boost-
acrobatics check, please.
Okay. Boost Eidolon will only help the athletics check, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So here we go.
That is a success. That will be a +1 circumstance bonus to your athletics check.
Okay, so +1. And then now just so I get a +1 circumstance bonus from the acrobatics, and then Boost Island will give me a status bonus, correct?
You know your spells better than I do. Boost Eidolon is a status bonus, yep.
That is.
Effectively a +5 on your roll here.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, 23.
That is still a success. A good throw, but landing.
Slightly off kilter. Mr. Sean, how would you rate that throw?
And then roll another d6.
Yep, it's a D3 technically.
Oh.
A full 3 points for Salek's first throw. Not perfect,
Oh,
but
not as
better
far-
than any of Thuja's.
Not as far as I could have gone, but he had great form.
Indeed, and that tail helping to balance him definitely seemed to help. Let's see how his second throw looks.
Alright. Let's see if I can keep it going.
A successful acrobatics check.
Another +1. And no Boost Eidolon this time.
Ooh, just barely a failure.
Ah,
You can use hero points here if you would like. There's nothing
Yes.
stopping you guys.
oh yes, I'm gonna hero point this.
If you wish to cheat to win.
Oh,
Baited.
Oh
But I get it.
no!
but I get it back.
Oh
Please.
no, it looks like Zalek has stumbled at the line. We'll have to check in and see if that injury is going to stop him at all. Oh, it looks like he's getting back up, but that is going to be a nursed injury for the rest of this competition. Hopefully it doesn't impede him any further on the throws.
With the second accident on the second throw, I'm wondering if somebody's greased the field.
Indeed, we'll have to have someone check that out. That is
Okay.
6 points of bludgeoning damage to Zalek. And Zalek will be enfeebled 1 for his remaining throw.
Okay, well he's gonna do it. Alright, so alright, so next one, acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful start. Go ahead and get that +3 circumstance bonus to your athletics check.
Ah, damn.
He's got the charge going. Let's see if he can
Alright,
follow
here
through.
we go. Got this. Come on.
Oh,
What
And he delivers.
a beautiful throw, everyone. It seems the injury has not slowed down Zalek at all. Perfect form and a perfect throw. That might be the best one we've seen all day. That is a full 4 points to Zalek for that throw.
Yeah, my boy Zalek.
Maybe that fall slipped a disc back into place.
No, maybe. Good catch. It looks
But that's
like
my natural.
Looks like Hercle's stepping up to the plate for his throws. Let's see how he does. Mr. Saltbriar, the field is yours. Hercle is going to start. He's got decent acrobatics. And the
Wait,
dice
what's his
continue
last
to
name?
fail me. Hercle Saltbriar.
Oh, I thought it was Salt's Pyre, and I'm like, huh?
With only a plus 10 to his acrobatics and a 5 on the die, he does not succeed at his first acrobatics check. Any different dice? I'm fucking rolling my big ass d20. Oh, good, a 2 on his athletics check. Plus 9 is an 11. That's a critical failure for Hercle also. You've got to be shitting me. On his first throw, he will crit fail. For 2 points of damage and enfeeblement on his subsequent throws. Let's see how he does on his second one, shall we? Acrobatics check will be a success with a 26 for the plus 1, followed by his athletics check, the plus 1, unfortunately nixed by his minus 1. Oh, but let's look at this. As a Spriggan, it seems like Hercle here has activated his unconventional strategy. Purposefully fumbling his first throw and injuring himself has triggered his growth. As Hercle increases to a large size for a plus 2 status bonus to his check.
Seems to be a new strategy I'm not aware of. Injury first, better performance later.
Right?
When did this
And
become a meta?
with an 11 plus an 11 there because of the bonuses, that is a success on his second one. Let's say... Asili, would you like to roll the d6 here to see what he scores for points? On his second throw. Two points for his second throw. All right, he's got one more up to the plate. The enlargement remains. That's another nat 1 on his acrobatics check.
Oh no.
Thankfully, there's no penalty for crit failing the acrobatics section. So he does still have the plus 2, but it becomes only plus 1 because he doesn't get a bonus from his acrobatics check at all. And the enfeeblement is definitely hurting. So plus 1 becomes a plus 10. He needs an 11 or higher. That is...
Let's do it.
How many fucking 5s have I rolled today? Jesus Christ. That is a failure. That'll be 0 points on his third roll. All right,
a bit of a clean sweep here, ladies and gentlemen.
Poor showing from Hercle. Let's see. Who is going to be next to step up to the plate for the second team?
Me! Sir Raphanus is up next.
All right. Sir Raphanus of the Hubba steps up to the plate.
So, the question I have for you, Jericho, is do they have appropriately sized logs for each, like, size category?
No.
Or, no? Okay.
You're not going to take a penalty to your roll, but it's absolutely comedically large for you.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Be awesome.
Yeah, then Sir Raphanus will, I think he'll, like, strip out of his armor into just, like, his regular clothes.
Sure.
And it's just the funniest looking thing, because every time I think about what a lushy looks like, about how their limbs are and stuff like that, and this little radish man, like, goes and picks up this gigantic log, way too big for him, and will start running down the field.
Go for it.
Okay. Acrobatics.
Size effect performance, let's find out.
That will be a failure, unfortunately.
I'm gonna save my hero point for the athletics check.
Sure, probably smart. That is a success.
Okay.
Asili, go ahead and roll a d6 to see how many points Seraphinus scores.
Kim, please roll high. No!
Only 1 point, unfortunately. A good showing, but unfortunately, the throw lands a bit off kilter. Maybe it's a size differential.
I have a hero point. Can I hero point it?
No.
Oh,
Ugh. But
No.
I think you should get extra points for a good show.
No.
It's not hard.
Sean, I hate to say it, unfortunately, it's very difficult to make out what you're saying with that modifier on.
All right.
I like it, but your words got very garbled.
Okay. I'll switch back.
a good touch though.
A very good touch. It is appreciated.
I really wanted to use that mod during this. All right, there we go.
Sir
Can you still hear me?
Rasmus. Yes, we can. Up for your second throw.
Okay. Okay, 1 point, but that's okay. I can do better. For the House of Sadova! Okay. Hero pointing the athletics check.
Sure. That turns into a success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asili, go ahead and roll 1 more d6 for me here.
Come on.
Kim, I'm begging you.
Look, you guys have basically already won this event.
Oh my
We've
god.
got two
I'm
nat 20s.
so
We literally
sorry.
can't do better.
Yeah, when Zalek nat 20, both of them.
Yeah, but Sir Raphinus has his pride to think about.
Right now, your guys' total best is 8 points to their 4. Sir Raphinus, you have 1 final throw. Let's see how it goes.
Does anyone else find that he's just plain adorable, win or lose?
Yeah.
Of course.
Watch me!
That will be a failure, Sir Raphinus.
And he, with his third log, he kind of stumbles and then just falls flat on his face in, a really comedic anime way or something like that. And just, wiggles on the ground a little bit.
His size may not have benefited, but what a fantastic showing nonetheless. 2 solid throws, and for perhaps the first time, no major injuries occurring. Everyone give it up for Sir Raphinus of the blah 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 blah.
Yeah, Sir Raphinus.
Woo.
Last but not least, you know him, you love him, and it looks like for once he's sobered up. It's Gusto.
Because seeing how well you guys have done, he is quickly been sobered up and gets a circumstance bonus to his athletics checks inherently.
Luckily, circumstance bonuses don't stack.
Correct. His bonus would have been better, though, if you had bet more, though. If more money was on the line, he would care more.
That's
But
funny.
starting off, he does have a +9 to his acrobatics check. He got a nat 20. So he will have a +3 circumstance bonus, meaning he has a +14 athletics roll here. Needs a 21 to succeed, so he needs a 7 on the die.
Oh no.
I rolled a 3.
Oh.
A failure on his first roll, of course. But not a crit fail, so he does not injure himself, thankfully.
Everyone else feel like a lot of these tosses have been a major cheese. They start out so good, but then fall short.
Going with his second roll, he will succeed, but he gets a +1 no matter what. And 8 + 12 is a 20. That is another failure on his athletics check by 1. Last but not least on his throws, that is a success on the acrobatics. Doesn't really matter. With a 19 on the die, +12 is 31 for 4 points on his throw.
Oh my god.
Bark Pine, it will come down to you. Out of your 3 throws, you must get at least 2 points on one of them. If you can get 2 points on any one of your 3 throws, your team will win. Otherwise, we will go to a tiebreaker.
Well, you know what they say. Hey, nut job.
Looks like both
looks like one of our
teams.
contestants has got a surprise of their own. Am I right?
Looks like both teams have someone capable of increasing their size. Let's see how it benefits them.
Probably
The
not at
clash
all.
of titans.
Technically, I believe the
All right.
clumsy from being enlarged will also affect your acrobatics rolls.
Yep,
Yeah.
I will -1, but I'll get +2 to athletics.
+2 to the athletics. Pretty nice. Go for your first acrobatics roll. 17 will not succeed.
That's okay.
But you do still get your +2 status bonus on the athletics roll. And that is a success.
Nice.
I would like someone here to roll a d6.
I'll do it.
Oh, now we've got the opposites.
And with 3
Rough
points
start,
there,
but then they deliver.
you may make your remaining throws if you would like, Barkpine, but you have secured your team victory.
I'll start flexing and throwing.
Your run-up is pretty awful to watch, but
Yeah.
not much worse than everyone else's.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yes. The last one.
Just barely missed it.
That enlargement, I hope everyone is still looking respectfully.
Just for
That's a success. So
Yeah.
Raphinus, roll one more d6.
Oh, right. Sorry, that's me. I'm Sir Raphinus.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, that concludes the event. Well, we have had a bit of a slow showing on some people's parts. Nonetheless, an exciting time all around. And our team of deputized individuals are here to win. Everyone give it up for them, our winners of the Caber Toss.
Yeah. Zalek. I knew that you would do well.
And Jericho, I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing that voice for the paper toss.
I try. And Zalek being our MVP will also get you some additional prestige in the gala, since you had the best possible score in the team.
Oh, nice.
No real reward for
I
winning
had
the
good
event.
cheerleading skills.
I was
You
witnessing
bet
them
on the
as
other
boys.
team.
But what were you saying about Zalek getting, what is it, just recognition? I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
there's no award for winning the event here, but effectively, the better you guys do in the events, it will build up your prestige to potentially be the winner as the actual champion of the gala.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, those 2 natural 20s back to back were clutch.
Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
clutch.
very much so.
You literally couldn't have done better. There's
Yeah,
literally
I
no way
could.
you
That's
could do
the
better.
best I could have done.
There's a competition to become this year's Wildwood champion based off of how good you guys do at the events.
Okay.
But as the competition ends, Thuja will walk over to you all. For Thuja and Gusto, as Gusto will hand you your 5 gold, Yosef, for winning your bet. What a wonderful experience. Got more events coming up tomorrow. If you feel like betting on any of them, come find me. Be happy to put some more coin on the line.
I will. Can you recommend any of the places in the market for a good drink?
Oh, if you're looking for the best drink, head on over to Alacrian at the bonfire. We've got the feast coming up in a bit tonight, and there'll be drink for all, but from what I've heard, he's planning on hosting an after party afterwards.
All right.
And Thuja will actually make her way over to you, Bark. Magnificent throws you just made.
Thank you. You did good work yourself. I'm sorry you didn't win.
It happens. It's not like I had a perfect record to maintain anyways. A loss is a loss. But You aren't
It was still.
this size often, are you? You're typically a bit shorter.
Naturally, I'm a bit shorter, but I do keep the spells around. It's very handy for me and Isabel.
Fair enough. Well, give me the evening. Would like to thank you for a well-fought match, and I have a small gift for you come the morning.
Thank you so very much.
She will be
Is it
whittling down her caber to provide to you as a staff to use.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
It was a pleasure to watch your throws despite the banter.
What happens, happens. I'll be back next year, and I'll win it again. I have to keep a positive record, at least. Unless, of course, you all plan to be back again next year, in which case I may have to go for all 3 throws.
It was a pleasure competing against you.
It was.
I want you guys to know I just rolled for what her 3rd throw would look like, and she rolled a nat 20 on the athletics check. Of course.
Oh, jeez.
Of course she did.
Hubris. Hubris.
All right. But as the caber toss event comes to the end, it comes to an end, and you all have a bit of time to rest and relax, maybe go meet with some other people again before the feast begins for the first day of the Greenwood Gala. That is going to be where we end our session for today.
Woo!
Thank
That
you
was
all.
fun.
That was
Thank you, Mr.
fun.
Jericho.
Of course, I hope
That
you all
was
Thank you,
enjoyed.
Jericho.
That was awesome.
And
Well,
Yeah, it was-
what I was saying earlier about the inter-party drama, or intra-party drama, I should say, is that's kind of the theme of the whole adventure path, right? Like, people trying to find the balance in nature and all that kind of stuff. Well, or I mean, obviously, it's about extremists trying to start a war or whatever, but the reasoning over it is finding the balance in nature. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up.
perhaps. I suppose you'll just have to
A
find out.
Sealy hates people and loves nature. So I'm like the anti-terrorist terror.
You're the eco-terrorist.
Sealy's
I
gonna
wanna point
join
out
the
that I
enemy
am
in this campaign.
Oh no.
Sealy's
Also,
gonna
I want
what?
to point out that I am technically both. I am both tree and person. So
You're a Turson.
A person,
Yep.
a person tree.
a person.
Yeah.
A Tursa.
Fucking persons.
All right.
I am
Well,
people.
thank you all so much for showing up and playing today. I very much hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
See you next
See
week.
Have
you
a good
next
one.
week.